Hello, everybody, and welcome to Galaxy Live Brawl Star Battle. We are live from the Galaxy Experience Space in New York City. I'm Paige Crete, your host and Samsung product expert, and I am so excited to welcome award-winning esports commentator, Mitch Leslie.
Thank you. Wow, thank you, Paige. Great to be here. The setup is stunning. I am excited because someone told me you had some video games that needed to be commentated, and that is kind of all I do. So
absolutely
glad to be of service to you today.
I am ready to learn a lot from you. I feel maybe I can delve into the commentator.
You're going to be. I will need your help today.
The rest of my life, it starts today. I am so happy. You guys, Samsung has just released an incredible new series, which we will be using today in an epic mobile gaming tournament. We'll also be sharing the best offers available so you can get your hands on these new devices too. Please welcome the Galaxy S25 series. There you go. I did teach you a trick. There you go. These are absolutely stunning, you guys. We have these beautiful colors, okay? The S25 and S25 Plus are available in Silver Shadow, Mint, Blue, and Navy. All stunning. Cannot go wrong. Absolutely, yes. And then we have the S25 Ultra in Titanium Black, Titanium Gray, Titanium Silver Blue, and Titanium White Silver. And as you can see, honestly, like both of these go well with what you're wearing.
I know.
They look great,
it's like
you
that
guys.
Was planned in advance.
Absolutely.
It's so good.
It's fun how things work out sometimes. I mean, look at that. You guys, not only are the colors stunning, but this now has a next-gen processor for taking it to the next level, okay? We have this 6.9-inch immersive screen display, stunning, realistic gaming on our best display ever, now powered by Galaxy AI for a boundary-breaking gaming experience. I'm sure you can speak to that later. This also has a slimmer design with an improved ergonomic grip, so you will always be in control of the game. Also, last but not least for now, we have a 40% larger vapor chamber, which means your phone will stay cool when the game gets hot. Very important.
It's about to.
It is about to get hot. I'm excited, you guys, because we have brought together an elite team of gamers to compete using the Galaxy S25 Ultra so you can see the next-gen processor and lifelike graphics in action. Let's go ahead and take a look at our lineup.
Yeah, here's the Ultra gamers that I've assembled for your viewing pleasure,
Paige.
So hopefully this satisfies you. First up, On the red team, we're going to call them, is Surfing Boy, a guy who makes some awesome React content out there. You can find him on all the social media platforms. But he's a really high energy guy, and he is, to me, the most native mobile gamer of this whole crew. Because there's a difference, right? Mobile gaming and on other platforms, there are some differences. This guy, though, kind of does it all. Over 6 million, rather, subscribers on YouTube with a goal, frankly, just to bring more awareness to mobile gaming and grow the community. And this guy is no stranger to making use of the Samsung Galaxy.
We have always loved him. Might this give him an edge, would you say?
Oh, absolutely. I talked to him about it. He has even played Brawl Stars before a little bit. And the guy, he understands the control setup. He is going to be one to watch for sure.
Perfect.
Next on this red team, we have Cute Noob, a bilingual gamer and content creator who's really known for engaging gameplay and fantastic interactions. One of the best parts about being in her stream and community, so definitely check it out. She's got a YouTube channel where she posts gameplay and vlogs, and she's also an esports commentator as well.
Perfect.
Which is great. So we got to chop it up about the craft, which
awesome.
Is dope. And then Alan down the end, as you can see there on the screen, he is top 8 from the EFC Champions League. So we are talking about a pro player. That's right, of course, in EFC. So this guy is currently, that's kind of his full-time job. He is a pro player, not though on mobile. So I'm curious to see
how it plays out.
Blue team, okay. Blue team, I have curated for you this USDA homegrown prime team of serious gamers. This is our blue team, also known as Team Summertime. Captain is your boy Hitch a Ride, or Hitch as he's often known from Team Optic. He's known for it all in the gaming space. Gameplay, commentary, behind-the-scenes insights into the esports world. He organizes and hosts some big tournaments in this space. This guy's played a lot of shooters in his time. I mean, if you know Optic, you know Hitch.
There you go.
But behind him, he brought, of course, his two friends, Blake and George, onto Team Summertime. They were just a bunch of guys who created content, and they were folded into Team Optic, who is the gaming team of the world. They are the most known. Yeah. There's Blake there on your screen. Very funny guy, super engaging, nasty, at shooters, whether it's about keyboard, whether it's mobile, whether it's console control in his hands. The guy is a serious gamer. And down the end there, we're going to talk about George. He's known as the best SMG player of the trio. So in sort of first-person shooter games, that's the guy that wants to rush down the opponents. He loves that fast, high-octane gameplay, and he's going to find plenty of that in Brawl Stars, I promise you.
Perfect. Very excited for him. Very excited for us that we get to watch them. You guys, with our gamers introduced, it is time to explain the tournament's format and how we will be keeping score. We're playing one of my all-time faves, Brawl Stars, and we're going to see some fierce competition in a bunch of awesome game modes. Actually, I'm going to let the expert do the talking, so what are we going to see today,
Thank you. Look, I mean, Brawl Stars is a game that has so many different modes, but we are playing a tournament within that game in our Brawl Star Battle tournament. 2 teams. We've already talked about them. Red and blue. That's the simple part. They've got 3 players on each side, as we've sort of already introduced.
Perfect.
We will be playing 3 versus 3 team game modes, as well as some individual battle royale style games, like you against the world type vibes. For the team games, 6 points will be given to the winning team each round. Individual players will also earn a point for each badge they earn, and the player crowned star player, which is an award you get at the end of the lobby for the person who had the best performance in the game, will get an extra reward as well.
Awesome.
For those individual game rounds, now Battle Royale game modes, players are going to earn points based on where they finish. So first place gets 6 points, down to 6th place only getting just the 1 point. But the individual games page, they matter, because the bottom 3 finishes for each round have to face a consequence that will affect how they play in the following team rounds. So placing high is still important for your team because you will then be hindered from helping them in the 3v3 modes once we switch back to those.
Yeah, everybody pull their weight, in other words.
Even in the individual modes. So maybe there might be some strategizing as teammates won't want to take each other down in the individual modes. And at the end, of course, we'll be presenting awards to the winning team as well as awards for the overall individual points winner and the biggest losers.
It's kind of cute. That's fun. I can't wait to see what that is. Okay, you guys, now that we know what to expect, let's talk about this first game. First, we're playing Brawl Ball, where you have to take the ball to the opposing team's goal to score. The match ends when one team scores 2 goals or time is up.
It's soccer. That's exactly what it is. You basically, you're trying to score. Your brawler can shoot the ball using their normal attack command. You cannot attack other brawlers while you're holding the ball, and you're also revealed to the whole map. So you can't hide in bushes. So that means if you have the objective, you've got to get it towards the goals or pass it off to a teammate, maybe do some skirmishing. Really, it's about trying to move up the map, take control, and then score.
Some strategy there. You might not always want to have the ball, huh?
No, sometimes it's a disadvantage.
There you go. We are going to see. You guys, perfect. I feel ready. So let's head over to the gamers for our first match of the evening.
So bear with me here, Paige, because you're going to see a lot of action. Those of you at home, we're jumping straight into the pick and ban phase of the lobby. So both teams, before they select the brawlers they want to play, they're actually getting rid of brawlers they don't want to play against. Because some brawlers, have a certain strategy. One might want to try and play close to the opponents, so they want to deny the opponents from playing brawlers that are really good at playing from far away and keeping themselves safe, and vice versa sometimes.
Would you say this is as important as picking your own brawler whenever it comes to banning?
Exactly.
Okay.
There are some modes in Brawl Stars where you don't get to ban, and sometimes you can just get caught in a bad matchup, and there's nothing you can do about it. Here, at least, you can try and pave the way for yourselves to have a decent sort of setup. So we have Surfing Boy here who's picked Shelly. We're going to have Jesse and Rico on that same team. I'm really excited to see what Alan does for us on the Rico. On the side of Team Blue, we're going to have Colt, Brock, and Daryl. So both of our teams already looking to pick like a fairly durable brawler and some good high damaging options here. We are moments away from jumping in, and you're going to see, Paige, the action gets started pretty quickly.
Alrighty.
Ball in the middle of the map here, so straight away you see Cute Noob off to the right playing Jessie. Her shots are going to bounce in between her foes when she hits them. So it's pretty bad for the red side if they group up. They want to try and spread up as much as they can and pressure down the Jessie. Already the ball, though, is making a break towards the goals. Hitch on the Brock, trying to throw some rockets out to slow them down. This gets messy. George going to go in with the Daryl roll here. Who charges of a gap-closing ability that shields you from harm, and he was able to defend.
There you go. Would you say they had good picks for this game in particular?
I think that Daryl is really good because when Daryl rolls into you, he actually strips the ball from you. So you cannot shoot if he's doing that. George, again, is pushing out once more. Same idea, except Daryl bounces off those walls. So you do need to aim the Daryl roll pretty well. Surfing Boy, though, just got a 2-for-1 there by using his super with the shotgun. If you get too close to Shelly, her damage ramps up drastically the closer you are, so you need to be careful. I think we've seen a lot of practice from our players here. I'm quite surprised already what we're seeing.
Yes.
The purple flames and the hypercharge ability. So already the players have figured out how to make use of those, but George is looking very, very good. He's brought his gadget, Tar Barrel, to slow down enemies close to him, which is really effective when you're rolling at them, knocking them up, really disruptive. Brawler. However, no one's managed to score yet. You can see the map starting to get broken apart a little bit, but both these teams have done a really good job at defending. We've got a minute left of regulation time, and after that, all of the terrain on the map will be destroyed and overtime will begin.
Interesting. This is some pretty fierce competition, especially from what we've seen in practice.
They're going for it. I mean, I love this. This, though, was great defense. George having a barrel roll forward here. Blue team looking pretty good, but Alan is going to make sure he stays alive inside those goals to try and stop Blake. Oh, he tried to walk it in, but instead he passed it to one of his opponents. Cute Noob can't believe it, but Blake is the last player standing and slots the goal with 30 seconds left in the round.
Wow. We can hear the energy coming in from the gamers.
Yes,
well.
I mean,
this is exciting.
They're in the next room, so we can hear them getting quite excited. And why wouldn't you? That was a very hard
energy is
goal.
amped, yes.
We're far from done, though. He's going to pop the hypercharge, and Surfing Boy almost scored the goal, but just beforehand, Cute Noob was able to pick it up and walk it in. Oh, it's close. Now, we're going to go to a tiebreaker. We are 1-1, heading into overtime. The map is about to destruct, so we'll only have open space for these teams to play in. Big barrel roll. Okay, hypercharge used by Surfing Boy. The super also slowing down the target that it hit. That's a great combination. Still, though, our blue team is spawning back into the game. We just can't see them on the screen right now. There's Hitch. Rocket Rain comes out from the Brock. It's going to be a lot of damage over an area. And Cute Noob probably can't get through right now. There's just too much defensive capacity. But Alan, oh, he's got it. It's an open goal for Alan. Beautifully done.
Woo.
That's just our first round, Paige.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Strap yourselves in. That was a fantastic end to that round. We saw Alan, obviously, the last one standing. He's playing Rico, a brawler who wants to bounce his bullets off the walls. So in overtime, where there are no walls, he actually gets a lot weaker. Here we go once more. Blake is very low on health. They're trying to get away as Surfing Boys realize that he wants to be up in the face of that blue team.
Okay.
Cute Noob's forced back here. That Jessie, though, is such a nuisance. She can deploy a turret in the middle of the map that shoots for her, virtually giving her an extra teammate for a time. So that's something our blue side need to be careful of here. George is very healthy. Barrel roll forward, great connection, knocking up both players, but you've got to watch out. Shelly is a great counter to those tanky, beefy brawlers who want to get up in your face. Blake's done well, though, to keep this alive. Surfing Boy's going to have to deal with the Colt, and he does. He had to use a super in order to do so. When George came back off the respawn to take possession of the ball. A little bit low. Look at the incendiary fields on the map here. Those are being created by Hitch on the Brock. So not only does he shoot rockets at you, but he also basically denies you from being able to walk into that area for a time. Really important if you want to sort of move up one side of the map as a team and try and, you know, shoot for goal.
Taking control of the map.
Absolutely. Another rocket rain there. Notice the terrain starting to get broken up a little bit more. George, though, does have his hypercharge at the ready, which is going to give him a lot of extra durability and damage reduction when he tries to roll in, but he's not able to use it in time. Alan and Cute Noob have the damage just to overrun him, and now Blake realizes I can't go that way. There's a wall in my face. Very back and forth stuff here. George is so healthy with the ball. Okay, just got picked up by Hitch as he came out of the goals. We still have a tight game on our hands. No one yet to score with 50 seconds left in the round.
I know, this is much tighter than I expected it to be. I'm proud of everybody.
Honestly,
my heart rate is, woo.
It's much closer than the games in practice, folks. I'll tell you that much. Georgie, though, understands he's got to be the defender. So trying to stay safe, trying to stay away from a lot of these projectiles that are coming his way. And look, he strips the ball from Surfing Boy. He's going to make it hard here for Drew to score. Okay, Drew at least able to break up the map. Oh, my goodness, Cute Noob! What a steal! Just when Blake went to clear the ball page. Oh, they're going to wish they had that one back. I know, you often see this. Look at this now, after having scored that goal. The red side here are absolutely running it down. George and Blake healthy enough, and the goal is open, but Alan comes back off respawn and can take possession. If you pass the ball, your opponent can take it, but if you maintain possession, they can't actually body block you. That is beautifully done. Red team, I know it says blue on the screen, but our red team in the room have been able to take down Brawl. I think that is a 2-0 score from the best of 3.
You guys, that was... My head is reeling. That was all of it, you guys. My commentating begins now. Okay. They were here.
Yes.
Right?
I'm sure
they were here.
Were there.
Yes. And they went back and forth a lot. And what does that say? That says good gameplay to me. I am smiling after that game. I am also sweating a lot because, again, my heart rate is through the roof. So what did you think? Let's hear the actual expertise here.
Sure. I mean, as you guys probably saw, the action was basically constant.
Yeah.
Both teams are playing brawlers with really good damage and a lot of mobility. I talked about Daryl a lot, right?
Yes.
Someone that George on the blue team picked. He is very, very good because he can cover so much of the map. He's super mobile despite his large size and bulk, but there were a couple of moments where he could have gotten more aggressive with that brawler and actually looked to take space.
Right.
Your health is a resource in Brawl Stars,
Absolutely.
and Daryl has a lot of it. So you want to trade that for real estate, sort of move up the map and start to shoot those goals. You've got to get within striking distance. You got to enter the penalty box before you can score in this game.
Good way to put it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ooh, you guys, there were a lot of crazy moments there. Again, that was so back and forth. Let's actually take a look back at some of those moments. That was incredible.
And on the other side, we're going to come back talk more about the S25 Ultra and jump into Hot Zone next game type.
Basic introduction to the fundamentals of off-road driving.
Remind me of the keynotes from this video and save it to my Samsung notes.
Sure, saved as a note called Off-Road Driving Fundamentals.
Here we go. Woo! Okay, I can't see anything. All right, I don't know where I'm going, but now let's try this with Audio Racer with Galaxy AI. Don't know where I'm going, but okay, that one almost hit. Okay, here we go. You guys hear that? It's like night and day. This is a game changer. Let's go. Boom.
Our gamers are absolutely killing it on the new Galaxy S25 Ultra. So let's take a closer look at this device and see why it's so perfect for gaming, right? So again, we have this beautiful 6.9-inch display that totally immerses you in the game. You have so much space to play. ProScaler, powered by Galaxy AI, brings details to life. We have sharper visuals, brighter colors, very intricate reflections. We have these realistic shadows, vivid lighting effects. I mean, again, you really need that edge whenever you're playing. You want to see everything, okay? And this has very realistic gameplay with advanced ray tracing. How would you say that helps?
I mean, hugely. I think mobile game developers are getting much more ambitious now about how they produce games. And in many cases, they're porting games over from traditional platforms like PC. And mobile gamers want that same level of immersion, the same quality of graphics on their device. And for me, this is an embodiment of Samsung's commitment to keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible in a handheld device like this and to bring great gaming experiences to everyone.
Absolutely. Much more portable, of course, on a handheld device, but it's got to be able to keep up with the gaming. And so thank goodness, because this really does. Also, the battery life, super important. You don't want to be in the middle of a great game and then having to scrounge for a cord or, you know, maybe your phone just dies. Then you definitely lost the game. So luckily, this uses energy efficiently. And so whenever you have those marathon nights, you know, you're not going to get left behind.
It's like, you know, like you can't, it's like your mum when you were a kid. Your mum will be like, stop playing the game, like save the game. It's like, Mum, I'm in a competitive game like Brawl Stars. I'm going to let my teammates down. Or, you know, saying to my phone, I can't afford my battery to run out because you don't want to let your teammates down, all right?
Exactly. Team player.
That's right.
I like it. And you guys, if you are loving the look of the Galaxy S25 Ultra, we have got some amazing pre-order offers just for you. When you trade in an eligible device, you could get up to $900 off your pre-order of Galaxy S25 Ultra. So follow the links below or go to Samsung.com to see how much your old device is worth in credit. And if you don't have a device to trade in, no worries, because you'll still get an e-certificate of up to $300 to spend on select add-ons at checkout. Now, this will only appear at checkout, so don't worry if you don't see it in your cart before then. It's there. Also, if you are watching on Samsung.com, hello, good to see you. Make sure you've signed into the chat, say hello, because you may receive a little something from us for watching today. So keep an eye on your inbox over the next week. You might get a gift from us. Now, I don't know about you guys, I don't know about you, but I would love to get to know our players more and touch base about how they're feeling about each round. I can kind of hear it, but I want to know, you know? So let's bring in Surfing Boy. So stoked.
Here he comes.
Hey, man.
Oh, good.
Hello, hello, hello.
How is it going in there?
Oh,
It sounds
I'm
intense.
shaking. It was intense. It was a lot of fun.
That was fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair, like we saw you guys play some practice games like yesterday. You guys are all looking much sharper though. That was a real drawn out brawl.
Yeah, we spent a long night studying. We kind of stole you for a bit earlier today.
We had
Got
a
some
chat.
pointers, some tips. You even played a couple games with us.
We got some games in. That was great.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel playing on the S25 Ultra? Has that made a difference? Because you are such a big mobile gamer. How does this compare?
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. I love like the sides of it, the like boxy feel. Your hands, it fits so perfect and you're able to hold it so comfortably.
Super important.
Yeah, it's very comfortable to hold and the screen is so nice.
Perfect. I mean,
Can't say
again,
enough good things about it.
Good. Because we've said, I mean, like the graphics have to be able to keep up. You know,
graphics are
there's
really
so
good.
much going on, and so you have to be on top of it.
Especially
so.
Brawl Stars is a very bright game, very like a lot of colors, and it looks beautiful on the phone.
Awesome. That is good to hear.
Love that, right?
Well, thank you so much, Surfing Boy. You've been a treat. Thank you for coming in and chatting. And
Thank
now
you.
go
And
get
thank you for your
ready.
tips.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Have fun.
I dropped the T on him. You know, the other guys, I mean, you know, they could have asked. They're like, those are the hardcore gamers. Those are the optic gaming guys right there. So I didn't want to cramp their style.
There you go.
No. They'll figure it out on themselves.
He took the tips. Seems like it's gonna help. All right, I am just as excited for our next game. You guys, the next Brawl Star battle game is Hot Zone, where you have to capture points by staying in the hot zone. The first team to completely capture all the points on the map wins. What do you think?
Right, so in Hot Zone, some maps maps have 1 point, some have 2. In many cases, we have like single point hot zone maps, which means that basically both teams are fighting over that point for the entire round. Now, both teams can actually accrue capture percentage or points while they're in the circle at the same time. So in order to actually win, you need to spend more time in the circle than your opponents. In many cases, that actually means you need to push them out of the circle, right?
Right.
Or you need to use abilities that say, hey, if you step in here, you will take damage, you'll be at a big disadvantage, right? We call zoning.
Okay.
So create a zone that's threatening for opponents to walk in. And if you can do that and spend more time on the point than your opponents, you'll win. When you have less percentage than your opponents, you are the defender. So that's the time where you need to get them off and have some time on there for yourself.
So this is a very defensive game.
It can be. When you're behind, you are dubbed the defender on virtue of needing to clear off that point.
I am excited. Now, who do you think will win? And what do you guys think? I mean, I'm curious. I'm sure you have, but we'll keep that for them to guess. So you guys go ahead and drop your predictions in the chat. Can't wait to hear what you guys think. And without further ado, round 2.
Let's jump in. Yeah, we're gonna end up seeing our sort of pick and ban screen again, and I'll give you the skinny on it. So we've got Daryl's been banned this time by our blue team because he was so powerful.
He did really well. Yes,
Alan, right? They don't want to deal with that anymore. The thing is that Daryl's actually not as powerful on a map like Open Business, where we have a very wide open map, and basically Daryl is very easy to hit when he's out in the open, right? Daryl wants to bounce off walls and corners and get up close to people, but here you're probably better off playing a brawler that has longer range. But you still need to stand on the point. So it's nice to have a brawler with some durability. And I love what I'm seeing from both sides. We have Pam on the side of our blue team, who heals, and she's quite durable, but Surfer Boy is on Rosa. She is a tank. She's very, very good at controlling space, but she's a little vulnerable against longer range brawlers. So we're gonna see already our red team, who are blue in game, so that could be confusing, but they've moved up. They've taken good control here, but you can see, to capture the point, you need to make yourself vulnerable. You are gonna get hit, and Cute News about to find out the hard way. We just had a healing turret placed down on the point there by Hitch. This is why you want to bring Pam in, because that healing turret does what it says. In that zone, it will provide healing. So if you throw it on the point, it reduces, I guess, the punishment of having to stand out in the open to capture that point, because it takes virtually more damage to knock you off the point itself. We just saw a turret there from Cute Noob. She's on the Jessie once more. I think that's a great brawler again for this map, because Scrappy the turret is awesome at controlling space. It's another brawler virtually for a time, and it needs to be dealt with. Otherwise, your opponents are going to be in trouble. And so far, our red team are doing fantastically. Up the top left, you can see they're at 71% to our blue team's 29%. However, our blue team are in control right now. They've actually been able to deploy some mines. So George is playing Bo, a character who shoots explosive arrows. Don't ask me what the physics of that is supposed to look like. Either way, he's very effective at also throwing down mines that cannot be seen by opponents, and if they walk over and they trip them, they can be stunned by them.
Tricky.
So now they're catching up. They've been able to be the defender, clear the point, and it's going to be up to our red team now to come back in and get that extra 12% or so. But Surfer Boy knows he just needs to stand there. He's so durable. Using strong stuff, the super that Rosa has makes her big, gives her a shield, makes her durable. And Surfer Boy said, we're ahead. All I've got to do is stand on the point and stay alive.
There you go.
That's what he did.
Some strategy right there. Perfect.
Because remember, it doesn't have to be like, you don't need more brawlers on the point than your opponent. You don't need them not on the point. So once you're ahead, you're going to start running in. We call it inting. Intentionally feeding is the long way of putting it. But we int onto the point, we run it down mid because we already have such a big lead. And we know that even if we get eliminated and taken back to spawn, we still gain some percentage from
you have
the
some more
time that we
choices,
were
you have a
alive.
little bit of an edge.
So let's see how it plays out this time. Our teams page had to use the same brawlers. So you can't mix up your composition in between rounds here.
Once you've picked, that's what you've got.
Exactly.
Okay.
Until the next game mode anyway.
Right.
One thing that Pam does really well, if she hits her opponents, anybody near her gets healed. You see that little green pop around her? And then she threw down that healing turret as well. So she has heals for days. The problem is that you need someone alongside the Pam to do good damage to actually end up eliminating the opponents here. And I love what Alan's doing. He's so aggressive. Colt is a glass cannon. He does amazing damage, but he is pretty flimsy himself.
That's a good way to put it.
And for me, that's like, if you have a great mechanical skill or you can dodge a lot of shots, then Colt's a great character to pick up. We're even in this game page. I mean, neither team's giving an inch. Okay, another super here for Hitch. Turret got put down straight away. But you see Scrappy, the little duck turret there, so annoying. The gadget that Cute Noob has equipped allows Scrappy in an area around himself to slow down people. So really annoying if you get hit by that little pulse that comes out from the turret.
That's not what you want.
You've got to get rid of the turret. But it's not satisfying really to try and destroy the turret because you're obviously trying to eliminate your opponent. So it's another layer of abstraction you need to get through before you can sort of get onto the point and win the round. That turret is causing so many problems. Look at it. It was the hypercharge from Jessie that basically when you use that ability and the purple fire appears around you, the turret you put down becomes a monster, much healthier, does much more damage, and that much more of a nuisance to deal with. There is no way that our blue team are going to come back here. They're in deep trouble. Alan and Cute Noob, they're the ones standing as the smoke clears. They've got the better composition. And the practice games of yours truly might not have hurt, I'll be honest with you. They are going to take it again. That is a 2-0 win for them on Hot Zone.
What a game. That turret caused so many problems. That was riveting to watch, you guys.
Jessie.
Yes. Mitch, I know you are dying to tell us your thoughts on that round, and I am dying to hear it. Can you put into words what we just witnessed?
I can, probably not 25 words or less. But I think we kind of mentioned it a few times, right? Jessie's really good. It's not only that, she makes a turret that can shoot for her, right? But also remember her shots bounce. And in Hot Zone, you have to play within the confines of that point to get your capture percentage.
Right.
Which, as it turns out, means that those shots bounce between you if you get hit by the Jessie. So she's awesome. I think, Cute Noob has got a great strategy to bring that into so many of these games. I love the Pam, though. Pam is very, very good. I think we saw that from Hitch. Pam is awesome on this kind of map because, again, she can heal people around her. But she needs support. She definitely needs backup.
Of course.
The healing is to buy time for you to do the damage you need.
Yes.
Look at this score. This is crazy. 41-6. Red team so far are dominating. And I'll let people on a little bit of a secret. In our practice games yesterday, they were struggling.
It's true.
Talk about a glow up out there.
Again, that homework, you were not kidding.
I mean, we're far from done. Up next, we're going to jump into Showdown, our individual game type. We're going to leave you with some clips of the game that was. We'll come back, we'll talk more about the S25 Ultra and jump into our next game type.
Woo, we have already seen some pretty crazy gameplay in this Brawl Star battle, but let's take a little closer look at the device they are playing on. Of course, we have our beautiful Galaxy S25 Ultra, beautiful outside and in, and inside we have this next-gen processor, which is lightning fast responsiveness. Again, very important when we are mobile gaming. This smoothly displays graphic intense games, very important, and this has the first 3-nanometer processor for Galaxy, allowing it to perform complex tasks. We also have greater NPU, CPU, GPU microprocessors that work together to increase performance. This is what we need for gaming.
I mean, we just saw what was happening at the last couple of games.
Yes.
Right? Brawl Stars is really engaging, but it can be overwhelming. There's a lot of effects of abilities and, you know, auras and all this sort of stuff that's happening. So obviously being able to capture all of this detail, but serve it up to, you in low latency is really important. What our pro players in Brawl Stars are looking for is high frame rate, high refresh rate gaming.
Absolutely.
Because it gives them the feeling at least that they can react to things a little bit faster. They say the human eye can only see 60 hertz, but I don't believe that because when I moved up from a 60 hertz monitor to something else, it was a massive difference. And the same with mobile gaming. So they really care about that. Because again, the stakes are high and the prize money is even higher in Brawl Stars.
That's
so
very true.
any little edge that you can get over your opponents is a big deal. And I know our pro players are going to be looking for devices like this that can take them to the next level.
Absolutely. And you guys, if you are convinced now, if this is the device, and it's just what you need to take your gaming to the next level, as we have said, let me help you out with some discounts. Remember the old device you're currently using? You might be able to trade that in for credit towards your new Galaxy S25 Ultra. So follow the link below the stream or go to Samsung.com and see for yourself. You could get up to $900 off of your pre-order purchase. If you don't have a device to trade in, or if yours isn't eligible, no worries. You will still get a $300 e-certificate to spend on select add-ons at checkout. Plus, if you're watching on Samsung.com, hello.
Love that for you.
We love that. Make sure you sign into the chat because we are giving away something special to our viewers, and you will want to keep an eye on your inbox over the next week to see if you've won. That's what we're all about, gaming, you know what I mean? We love to win. If this gameplay has you itching to try Galaxy S25 Ultra out for yourself, you can. Just go to trygalaxy.com or scan the QR code on the screen to test out the UI on your very own device. It's easy and intuitive, and you will never want to go back. That is a promise. Or if you are in New York City, then make sure to stop by the Galaxy Experience Space Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. or Sunday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. to try out these devices in real life. And there may even be a perk for going in person. You never know. Okay, now I would love to talk with one of our players, so let's get Hitch with us in the studio to discuss what we just saw. There he is. How's it going in there?
Hello, guys. How are you guys?
Good to see you. Thanks for
Good to
joining us.
see you
Good to
guys.
see you.
I actually have a bone to pick with you.
Oh,
I have a bone to pick with you.
Let's talk. All right, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us a little bit about Team Summertime because you're
Yeah.
all here as a unit. You're all fantastic content creators, but you kind of formed this group of players.
Yeah, I back in the early days, 2013, 2014, I started getting into competitive, video games and making content, and then did that for 5-6 years, and then went full-time content. I worked behind the scenes mostly at the beginning, and I've always played video games with my 2 boys from high school. So then we just started doing it.
There you guys are
full-time.
big-time content creators with Team Optic.
Yes, yeah, that's us.
Beautiful. Has anything changed from whenever you first started to now? Like, does it feel different? Does it feel the same?
It's just, it's hard navigating different, avenues of content, as I'm sure you guys understand.
Of course.
So yeah, there's some things that are, a little difficult, but we work our way through it,
Absolutely. And of course, I have to ask, obviously, these phones are beautiful, right? How
great.
does it feel playing
am
on one?
Not normally a mobile guy.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious to know.
More of a controller guy, but having the phone, I've never, I've never seen like a smooth gameplay on a phone before. So
Does that help you? Does that give you an edge? Awesome.
Well, apparently it did yesterday. I don't know about now.
Now let's talk. Yeah, we're gonna what's going on.
Oh, yesterday during dress rehearsal, we didn't lose a match.
Dominated.
And all of a sudden, red team is hanging out with Uber all day, and now we can't win.
You guys, I'm saying you guys had some good comps, but Pam has a gadget called Scrap Sucker, right?
No.
If you hit them with that, they lose ammo. It's very
I did
good.
not know that. What is that? How do you do
The
that?
gadgets are the green things. You can set them up before the game goes on. Yeah, check that out. That's
Something
the edge
just
you're
clicked. We're
looking
going to
for.
see what happens the next round.
I played
now.
one character yesterday the whole day, and they've been banning it all. It had to have come from you.
No, I mean, not quite, but hey, you're doing great. Look,
I'll try my best.
You still got plenty of opportunities to
Yes.
catch up. You're
That's
only
all
like
I'm
80
saying.
points behind, 1,200 points. But
It's all good. We could sweep it up. I mean, I think we've got solo games coming up, but
That's true.
after
There you
that,
go.
we can get back right into the sweep.
There you have it. Well, thank you for your insight. Hopefully you got some tips from Mitch as well. Yeah.
Not nearly 8 hours worth.
you know my alley, right? You know where to find me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Hitch, thank you so much for joining us, and
you, man.
good luck in there. I believe
Thank
in
you,
you. Man, you really got the heat on.
Okay,
that
listen,
one.
I felt a little bit bad for our red team yesterday because they were like a little bit frustrated. So,
Yes.
you know, but to be fair, they were in the green room with me and they went and watched the Brawl Stars Championship, which is the pro Brawl Stars esports scene, and they got some tips from that. So I'm not going to take all the credit for their performance so far. They've been doing their homework.
We'll see what happens. It's still anyone's game. Okay. After that, especially, are we all ready for round 3? Yes.
I am ready.
I am ready. I'm sweaty and I am ready. This will be our very first showdown, which means everyone's going solo for this one. Rules? Simple. Be the last one standing.
Yeah, remember, Showdown is a battle royale, classically, right?
Yes.
So it is about being the last one standing, but you can become more powerful as the game goes by collecting power cubes, these little green cubes across the map. 2 ways of getting them. One, crack open chests to find them. The other, crack open an opponent to find some more. They will drop any power cubes that they own and hand them over to you, making you stronger with more health and more damage.
This is going to be intense.
And the consequences are the lowest 3 scorers must wear a certain pair of light up neon glasses for the next game. So
Hey,
how you look?
very fashionable, but this is hindering my sight for
Yeah.
sure. So I am intrigued to see.
We're playing Brawl Stars, not at a rave. So I don't know how that's going to go. Let's see ultimately who's going to come out on top and who's left
Yes.
standing. Let's jump into Showdown. Now already, Cute Noob has had a bit of an unfortunate run-in with George, so that's not going well for her. She will be in 6th place. Surfing Boy has picked Kenji, the samurai, the edgelord, a very good brawler for playing up close and personal, and good at closing the gap as well, as one of his normal attacks ends up being a dash. So keep an eye for that. But Hitch has taken my advice and picked up some power cubes, so he's
Nice.
at 4. Blake is also much healthier than he otherwise would be as El Primo. 15,000 points of health is because he's managed to get 6 power cubes, and he's still getting more. Man understands the objective of the game.
There you have it.
Sometimes you get these early fights, right? Cute Noob obviously, ends up fighting for power cubes with George, I think, fighting over them rather. Oh, no way. No. This is a big mistake, though. Here's the slashima that comes down. It comes down in an X shape, but Blake, whether he realized this or not, all you do is walk down or across and you can get out of it. Blake doesn't realize he could have won that fight hands down because his opponent, Surfing Boy, had 0 power cubes. He was very weak and Blake would have probably 2-hit him. Look at this. Blake's walking into the line of fire, but Hitch is in trouble. Hits him with the elbow. Beautiful use of El Primo's super there. I don't think they were ready for that at all. Elsewhere, Alan takes down Surfing Boy, who's finally realized that the strat of hiding in the bush doesn't quite pay dividends in Brawl Stars.
There you go.
So we're down to 3, Paige.
Okay.
Alan's only got 1 power cube, but he did find that elimination. The problem is that Surfing Boy, who he got, didn't have any cubes.
Of course.
I don't know what happened. Is that a Hitch's POV? How has he been eliminated? That is crazy. Oh my goodness. He's giving
He
us
looks shocked.
He's giving us the YouTube thumbnail pose. You know what I mean?
Oh.
George is the winner on bow in the end. He was doing a great job farming up those power cubes and getting them under his belt. That's excellent. And you know what? That's so important because Blue Team have been getting rinsed so far.
Do you think this could be a good reset since this is every man for himself? Do you think this might help?
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
it definitely means, like, for example, we talked up Hitch in the previous game, saying, hey, he had the right brawler, he did really well, but he needed the support.
Yes.
Now, it's just you and your own 2 feet and your own heartbeat. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
that was very nice. And again, I'm sure all of Team Blue are happy to see George win. And hey, we're doing multiple of these rounds, so we're going to jump into our next showdown round. You see now, Blake is faster in the bushes because he has a gear equipped that allows him to speed up there, and that was beautiful. That was El Primo's gadget, Suplex. He can run at someone and flip them over his head. In Brawl Ball, it's amazing because it makes them lose possession of the ball.
I see.
But here it means they have no chance of running away from it. And this is a much better start here from Cute Noob. 2 power cubes. She's living. And you notice here Kenji has two types of attacks. One is an arc slash, one is a dash forward. The latter can be used to close the gap against opponents, which is really effective. And he obviously can spread damage over the arc, so multiple targets can be affected by that. Whoa, hello! Welcome to the Mayor of Value Town. Hitch has 8 power cubes, but almost got cleaned up there. In fact, he got the better of Surfing Boy. I'm telling you, power cubes are king. Surfing Boy only took him on with 2. Oh, kid, how did he hit Alan? That is a team kill there. Oh, no. Alan, though, now at 4 power cubes, cheesing to the max. There's 2 more opponents left out there. And Blake is hiding. He's going for Alan. He has the super. He knows how to use it because he's seen him do it earlier. Hitch, that's lovely. Uses his rocket laces gadget to jump over those bushes and away from Alan, who is still looking for a fight. You find yourself in this position a lot as Colt, hoping somebody turns up and fights you, but no, 11 power cubes, man. Hitch also throws the super just for good measure. Now, Hitch is not a tank. The brawler he's playing, Brock, normally has about 4,000 health. His opponent is a tank, but they have about the same amount of health. It's slightly different. So that just tells you how powerful Hitch is with 12 power cubes. Blake has access to his super, as you can see, because the blue ring is spinning around him, and these 2 guys are playing for a long game. They might even be strategizing, saying, hey, do we need to set this up in such a way that we can get more points? I would tell them that there's no difference here. So here's Blake running at him. Great super. Hitch with the rocket laces. Oh, what a finish from Hitch. The incendiary damage is such a difference maker. And ultimately, Blake ends up in 2nd place, but it's all good news for our blue team because Paige, across both of those games, we have had a blue team winner and we have blue team in 1st and 2nd place on that round too.
There you go. Whew. That was, I mean, again, I just keep getting sweatier and sweatier by the, I can only imagine what's going on in there.
Yeah, we got one more round of our showdown to go here. So
here we go.
Chances for the red team. I need to see Surfing Boy not sit in the bush all round.
That's what I was going to ask.
He's got to go out and get some power cubes. Alan looked really good and maybe should avoid shooting Cute Noob and maybe get the red players up a bit further in the rankings. Let's see if Surfing Boy switched over to the Nita this time. She's great. She can deploy a bear with her super that fights for her, called Bruce. He's very iconic in the Brawl Stars world. Hitch is looking for power cubes. Now, when you load into this map, it varies. Sometimes this map will have a lot of chests with a lot of power cubes, sometimes only a few. As you can see here, Alan has found the trove of them, though. He and Blake are grinning all the way to the bank here. What Blake doesn't realize is that he can absolutely fight Alan at this range. He can run at him, but he just turns his back and lets himself get burst down. Alan now is looking pretty terrifying. Colt is the quintessential brawler, in my opinion, the duelist in Brawl Stars, excuse me. You don't really want to run into him in a dark alley at all. The Surfer Boy's done well. He's actually gotten out on the map, getting objectives, and gets rid of George. So this is a very good sign for our red team.
And they would need that at this point.
I think that, I honestly, yes, they obviously have won the last 2 rounds really, really handily, but they've handed over a lot of points here to their opponents. Hitch! Oh! He got away, but Bruce is on the map, looking to chase Cute Noob down. That will be a team kill, but Alan comes to the rescue of Surfing Boy, who's kept alive. This is huge. It's all red team alive, and now Alan is grinning from ear to ear. Cute Noob's able to win that fight out, but has to be careful. Needs to not stand in a straight line. You've got to strafe these shots, otherwise, yep, Colt will come for you. And this time, red team get all 3 players in the top 3, which means that we'll get 6, 11, 15 points for them.
Whew. That was really something, wasn't it? I mean, again, when it's every man for himself, it's that much more intense. All right, Mitch, let us know what just went down. Let's break it down.
In this mode, you can change your brawler in between games. So we saw like a couple of, switch ups here. The Nita's really powerful brawler because she, obviously, this is a solo game type, but when you get your super, Bruce comes out on the map and all of a sudden you have a teammate effectively who can soak damage, but also does really good damage for you. Again, I noticed eventually our players started realizing, wait, they're on my team. I need to avoid them. Here's our individual leaderboard here. So, oh no, that's not good at all. All of our Team Blue players, George, Hitch, and Blake, are on the bottom, which means that all 3 of them have to play under the effect of the consequence. I'm not sure if it's an enhancement, though. I mean, it does make you look pretty cool.
You look cool, but things do not look cool. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is going to make things a little tougher.
The whole like shutters, not being able to see. Most of the
Yeah,
screen.
no, that's probably not it.
Well, there you have it. So we have our blue team all having to play under those consequences, which is going to threaten to put them further behind in this race. But when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more, of course, about the new Galaxy S25 Ultra and jump into our next game type, Knockout.
Where are you?
You're trolling, right? I'm on the other side of the country. You've literally known about this for weeks.
I did?
Hang on. Pull up my calendar events and send to husband.
Oh, wow. I just thought you were in the bathroom for a while.
For 2 days?
Move my next schedule to tomorrow noon and send it to Jen.
Okay, gamers and Galaxy enthusiasts, let's talk about the device that is powering our tournament today, shall we? Okay, obviously, as you can see, skinny legend, slimmer design, ergonomic, more usability, better grip. We talked with Surfing Boy earlier, who is very big into mobile gaming, and he was talking about the feel of this.
He's
He said
definitely
it
the
was
guy
great.
who I care who's about his opinion most, I think, just because
He's so
played
used
every
to
game
this.
ever,
And I
yeah.
mean, he is talking this up. We have this beautiful 6.9-inch screen with a slim bezel for an edge-to-edge immersive visual. I mean, this whole front is screen, which is very important with your gaming. You need to be able to see the entire setup, know exactly where you are and where everybody else is. This also has a newly designed cooling structure and 40% larger vapor changer for heat dissipation, which increases performance. AI features like Now Brief can summarize your schedule, events, and communications during the day so you can focus on the game, you guys. Check out this video to see Now Brief in action.
Wake up, rested. Wow, the day just clicks.
All right, you guys ready for some offers? When you trade in your eligible device, you could get up to $900. I did not misspeak. $900 off Galaxy S25 Ultra, which is truly an incredible discount. And you'd be surprised at what counts as eligible. Some phones with cracks, this is good news for me, I'm very clumsy, and even some non-Galaxy
What about this?
devices count.
Does that count?
But yeah, you
I'll
got
try this in.
exactly. Close enough. Maybe that'll be eligible. We'll see. So follow the links below the stream or go to Samsung.com to see what you could get. If you don't have a phone to trade in or it's not eligible, like
Or it's
this.
attached to your arm.
Exactly. It's all good, okay? Because you can still get an e-certificate of up to $300 to spend on add-ons at checkout. Good news for Mitch. And if you are watching this on Samsung.com, sign into the chat, say hello, and keep an eye on your inbox over the next week because we are giving away a pretty awesome gift to one of our viewers. Could be you. Okay, I am ready again. Our last little interview was pretty funny. Yeah, it was
Oh,
spicy.
we need some drama, apparently. That's fine.
Exactly. I need it. Okay, so let's bring in another one of our players. Please welcome Cute Noob with us in the studio to discuss the last round.
Yo.
How is it going?
What's up? We're dominating today.
Yeah, you
despite-
did awesome work.
Let's go. So you did practice, right? Because I know, like, in the practice games, I mean, because Hitch came in mad. He's like, bro, what did you tell them? He's like, literally, what did you tell them? Because they're doing really well. And I said, I'm not taking credit for that because you guys did your homework.
We really did. We picked your brain, obviously, and we were talking with you guys about like the good characters and the characters that we should ban or pick and kind of how we should go. And I have to give kudos to my teammates. They are so good at listening. Like,
Awesome.
their listening skills on point.
Good job, boys. There you go. And how are you feeling about playing on the S25 Ultra. How does it feel? We know it looks incredible, you know, but how does it feel?
It is so fun. It's like
Good.
just holding it, and I don't do a lot of like mobile gaming, but this being my first opportunity to do it has been such a blast. I'm learning a lot. There is different grips that you can hold the phone with. I am having like the double clawing with my thumbs being the ideal.
Here you go.
It works perfectly for
But
me.
it fits well the way the grip is good.
Now tell us, are you like a Jessie main in Brawl Stars? You got any other brawlers up your sleeve you want to bust out for us later on?
Is chat flaming me? Is that what's going on?
okay.
They're like, give us a new character.
No.
The strat is working.
It is.
And I don't think that they've found out that it's specifically me in the
they know
back.
something's working. They know something's working.
But I do like to play Jackie as well. That's my other one. And all the girly pops.
We love that.
I'm picking that because that's a girly pop right there. So
Brawl power.
Yeah.
We love it. Okay. Thank you so much for talking with us. Keep it going in there. You are doing absolutely
Let's
great.
go, red team.
Yes.
Let's go.
Good job.
Good
We'll see you
job.
later. Bye. Woo, coming up next, we are back on teams again for a friendly game of knockout, or maybe not so friendly, we will see. This is where players compete in a best-of-3 round contest. The twist, there is no reviving. And remember, the lowest 3 scorers from our last showdown will play this next round wearing those neon glasses that looked cool but were difficult to see.
And as it turns out, that's all of the blue team. So
Oh,
that's less than ideal. Yeah, knockout obviously is a game where, again, if you get caught out, you get eliminated early, you kind of have to sit and spend the rest of the round watching your teammates. Okay, Blake is doing this on hard mode, by the way, with the flashing glasses. He doesn't even notice it. He's raving. Hitch obviously is a known glasses wearer already, so he's having to double up. It's chaos in there. But yeah, knockout. It's multiple rounds, so it is last team standing, but you have a huge advantage if you have a numbers advantage in this game. So if you get that first elimination, that first pick, we call it, and you end up in like a 3 versus 2, it's really hard to lose it, or rather, it's really hard to come back if you're the team with 2 players. So
absolutely.
Stay alive. Be patient. The gas will come in as time goes on, so you will be incentivized to, go for it here. But yeah, you've got to try and back each other up. And brawls with healing are really good in this game time.
There you go. All right. Best of luck to everybody. We'll see you on the other side, even if they can't see us with those glasses on.
Oh, we got the Jackie. So Cute Noob is going to be on the Jackie. She uses a jackhammer, shockingly. She's very, very good at damaging people in the area around her, but only in that area. She can damage people on the other side of walls and boxes. That's something you've got to be wary of. But she's pretty susceptible to long-range brawlers like we just saw. 8-Bit is back in this game. So that has been allowed through the ban phase when, I think Hitch was complaining that the red team was banning that, and you can see why. 8-Bit is very durable, almost 1,000 HP, has really high damage and very good range. His one big drawback, he's slow.
That's what I was going to ask. Is that going to hinder in this game?
Not this time, apparently.
Not this time? Okay.
He's literally a walking arcade machine. So that's his weakness. And against 8-Bit, you want to try and use throwers. Like Barley, there is a Barley on the red side. He's a robot bartender who throws his concoctions to try and damage. He can also heal his teammates with them. So you need to make use of Barley here to punish that. But man, Blake is doing too much damage right now. Okay, Q-Noob gets forward. Great use of the super. It sucks people in around her. And her star power, Hardy Hard Hat, Counter Crush, excuse me, will actually return on the portion of the damage that she takes. So if she can get close to you, even if you hit her, some of that damage is bouncing back at you. And that's additive to the damage that she does with her normal attack. So, look, I'll make it clear. You don't want to get close to her at all. That's just not what you want. So, first round is over. Won by Team Blue. And the star player, you can see it down the bottom. That's Blake there in the middle. He's the star player. He had a very, very good showing. And you've got to fear what 8-Bit can do to you.
Yes, that was, woo. I mean, how did you feel about that? How do you think the glasses went over?
I don't think it affected them in the slightest.
I don't
think we
either.
need to ratchet up our consequences here. You know what I mean?
Maybe it made them feel cooler. Maybe they were more confident because they looked so fly.
They were big chilling. I don't know. That definitely seemed like an aesthetic advantage for them anyway. Still, we have our red team that are ahead by 18 points. That lead, however, has shrunk quite considerably here. So And I mean, in real time, it's being updated as I'm being told. It has now shrunk to 14 right before our very eyes. So the gap is closing, game's getting close. That was a very dominant showing on Knockout. And you can see what happens when you get the good brawlers, you get the 8-bit, you get the Poco that comes in there to heal you up. You kind of, I didn't even get to talk about that, but yeah, I think the way that Blue Team picked their team was very good.
Everybody did good with their picks, and again, we saw quite the victory, a comeback. Really, truly.
Yeah, I mean, like Poco he's kind of like the mascot for Brawl Stars. He looks like the logo, but he's very good because when he damages people, he heals his teammates that are in the way. So if you stand behind your big front line, like your 8-bit, and you just throw your attack, you'll damage your enemies, but also add that healing in. His super is a big heal. So he's very, very good and very high value with those high health brawlers that we saw, just like the 8-bit there. They're the things that you want to keep an eye out for.
What a game.
Yeah.
Woo!
And my favorite game mode is coming up next. So we're going to come back after these brief replay, talk a bit more about the S25 Ultra, of course, and jump into Gem Grab, the quintessential game mode in Brawl Stars.
Can't wait.
I am warm.
All right, let's give a big round of applause to our leading team. We have Red Team in the lead right now, correct? But it is shrinking, this lead. So keep it up, guys. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be starting up another series of Brawl Stars games, starting with Mitch's personal favorite, Gem Grab. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you soon.
Good, bro. Oh, I didn't even realize I was still holding this thing. Got this puppy last night. Thing's pretty sweet. Times Square, dude. Incredible, isn't it, man? I mean, like, the time is square on my phone. Oh. That's pretty sick, right? We're still grabbing a slice, right? Yeah, we are. Where should we go? One sec. What is the best slice of pizza in New York City? And show me on a map. Watch this. Oh, those aren't too far from here. Send that top spot to Eric and tell him to meet us there. Send. Bro, seamless integration across apps. Remember that. So I think we're going 2 blocks down that way and immediately taking. Wait, what are you holding on to? Dude, sorry. New phone things. We're just getting used to it. Oh, okay. But I think it is right around. Yo, do you remember drawing these when we were younger? Yeah, I do. Cool. Just wondering. Dude, how good does this look? You can literally smell it through the phone. Yeah. No, I mean, but you can also smell it because it's like right in front of you, though. Well, I mean, it looks like you could smell it through the phone.
Everybody, welcome back to Galaxy Live Brawl Star Battle. We are having the time of our lives, and if you are just joining us now, we are live at the Galaxy Experience Space in New York City. My name is Paige Crete, Samsung host and product expert, and I'm thrilled to be standing alongside an incredible esports commentator, Mitch Leslie. I've learned so much from you today.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I love Brawl Stars. I've been involved in the game for quite some time. I commentate the Brawl Stars Championship, which is their official esports circuit. And great to be here. You guys have got some awesome action. I feel like this is almost indistinguishable from the pro play I get the pleasure of being treated to on a regular basis. So I'm stoked.
Awesome. And the energy, I mean, we can feel it. We hear what's going on in there. This has been riveting, you guys. Our gamers have been using the brand new, recently released, not yet in stores, Galaxy S25 Ultra. And it has taken this tournament to another level, has it not? I mean, let's talk about why, though, okay? This has, not only is it beautiful on the outside, but it's beautiful on the inside as well. This has our most powerful processor ever, and this is customized for Galaxy. This has improved real-time ray tracing and Vulkan optimization. Everything looks so realistic. It's absolutely stunning. This gameplay is beautiful, and it's ultra-smooth gameplay thanks to Snapdragon 8 Elite mobile platform for Galaxy. Our CPU is 37% faster with processing, and our GPU is 30% improved graphics performance. This has got to be important for gaming.
Absolutely.
Extrapolate.
I mean, yeah. So we obviously had Hitch in here before, and he was like, I didn't know that, like, the gaming experience could be so high fidelity on a mobile device. And I didn't want to tell them at the time, but it didn't used to be this way, right?
Yes.
But it's really important. Brawl Stars is a game where things change very quickly, so you really need up to the millisecond information about what's going on. You need a powerful processor that can capture all of the details and all of the bright effects and the vibrancy of a game without sacrificing your performance, right? You need to keep a high frame rate, again, so you can feel like you're having a smooth experience. You can take in all the information. You can make informed decisions about how to win the video game. So
Exactly.
It's quite crucial.
It is. There's so much chaos. There's so much going on. And on top of that, again, this feels so good to hold. Talking to Surfing Boy earlier, I mean, he's always been a mobile gamer, and so he really emphasized just how amazing this was and like ergonomically pleasing this was. So if that doesn't make you want to trade in your old device, I don't know what will. I mean, look at it. And the good news is, if you trade in an eligible device, you could get up to $900 off your new Galaxy S25 Ultra. Just follow the links below or go to Samsung.com to see what your device is worth. And if you don't have a device to trade in, don't worry. Without a trade-in, you can still get an e-certificate of up to $300 to spend on add-ons at checkout. And, of course, if you're watching on Samsung.com, hi! Sign into the chat and keep an eye on your inbox over the next week, because you might get a little thank you gift from us.
For hanging out with us.
We're just
you know
so
what I mean?
nice,
I
and
don't
we
normally
appreciate
need to
you.
like engender like you hanging out with us, but I think it's fun.
We
We're having
appreciate
a good
it.
time and we're sharing love with you.
That's fun. Oh, okay. And we've been hanging out. I want to hang out with some of our gamers, okay? I would like to see what's on their minds right now, so let's bring in Blake to chat. Here it. Oh. Completely unhinged.
I'll be real with you. That doesn't seem like they really affected your performance that much.
They said it was going to be like a punishment, but it was actually a buff. we hadn't won a game until we put the glasses on, and then everything, the whole tides.
You also have yours on like advanced mode.
Yeah, I was testing the settings. There's one that's a little faster, a little distracting. I went with this one to, keep us in the game. It's stimulating.
I mean, it might be more distracting for your opponents than for you.
I was looking at them between the monitors too.
We
I was
looked
doing
at
one
this
of these.
all wrong, guys.
No, it's good. Not a punishment. We got a buff.
I finally got to play 8-bit last game.
Oh my gosh, my 8-bit. I love 8-bit.
How do you play with 8-bit, bro?
When I hit the button, they go way fast, and that's why I like 8-bit. Yeah,
that's what I like to see. And that's why they've been banning it so often. So
perma banning my 8-bit. So I'm gonna figure it out. I've been running the El Primo. Yeah, I try and put the people's elbow in there a little bit when I can. Yeah, exactly.
On the showdown mode.
We're still learning the tech a little bit, but we'll get there.
There you go. You're learning the tech. You look fly.
Thank you.
Obviously, these look great. How does it feel, though?
I thought I looked good, and then I put that in my hands. And I was like, well, look, when I play games, especially on mobile, I just want to play something that looks good. Brawl Stars is a beautiful game. It's super vibrant. It's colorful.
Yes.
Nothing makes it sing like the S25.
Beautiful. We love to hear it. I mean, hey, I don't know how we could be brighter than those beautiful glasses you have on there, but somehow the S25 Ultra manages. You guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Keep crushing it in there. You might want to keep those on.
Thank you. You might not see me on 8-bit, but you'll see me in the glass. We'll see you.
He's wearing those well.
Oh, yeah. He's vibing. I
like
really do feel like he put those glasses on and he became a new man. You know
I mean, we saw him raving in there, so maybe it just was enough to pump him up. It helped.
Good. Now Hitch has no reason to pick any bones because they're getting it done.
Good to go. You're welcome. Okay. Exactly. Next up, we have Gem Grab. One of my favorites, one of your favorites.
Yeah, I love this.
In this game, you must collect gems that pop up out of the gem mine in the middle of the map, or just take them from fallen opponents. Whoever holds 10 gems for the duration of a countdown wins the game. Mitch, tell us what to expect with this round.
Yeah, okay, so Gem Grab is the kind of game where the more gems you get, the further you get towards, the game, like achieving your objective. But there's a risk associated with carrying all those gems. So what teams tend to do in professional play is designate one brawler to hold the gems.
Yes.
They are the mid, and they're basically the role is to play a brawler that's quite safe and maybe has the ability to get out of danger if people start encroaching and saying, hey, I want to get those gems away from you. The other brawlers we call the laners. They play on either side of the map, and their job is to pressure, to take space, and basically to create a zone where your mid can step up and get the gems without worrying about being attacked by their opponents. There are situations where the mid will help, like, Pinsir are the brawlers here, but that's the the general strategy. Now, I don't know if we're going to necessarily see that here, but it's great to have like a long-range brawler as a mid because they can still have impact on the game while staying at a safe distance, protecting their horde of gems.
So there are very specific jobs in this game mode in particular, so everybody needs to pull their weight otherwise.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I mean,
yeah.
Kinda. At this point, like I would just be delighted to see our players pick their favorite brawlers and make those work. But yeah, in general, there is like some degree of strategy to it. Again, you know, the 8-bit probably got banned here. It would be my guess. I didn't expect to see that. But, you know, we see Blake pick up the Colt, much as Alan has been looking great on that pick. But Alan loves Rico. So I think we're going to see that again in this game.
Okay, well, we are ready to see it. On your mark, get set, grab those gems.
All right. In just a couple of moments, we're jumping into double swoosh. So this is it's symmetrical, but you know, from the bottom of the screen, there's one side of this map that's safer. So the left side is safer because you have bush coverage. The right side, your opponents have bush coverage and you don't. So Cutenoob's in a bit of a dangerous spot here. And a big part of winning on this map is get control of that right side, that hostile area. You can see that Blake is in those bushes, all right? And we flip the map here. You can see what Blake's doing and no one can see him. So
Blake still
if
has
you
on
can
his
abuse
glasses.
that, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's still. But if you can abuse the fact that you're stealth in those bushes, it's really difficult for your opponents to actually get an advantage there. That being said, the same is true on red team side of the map. They also have that bush area that they can, you know, their natural bush, we'll call it, but they haven't been able to make as much use of it here. So Cutenoob's playing deep in enemy territory here, and already 6 gems, you can see up the top here, 6 gems have gone over to our blue side. Okay, 1 has been dropped though. Alan, though, gets caught by the mines dropped by the bow, and Surfing Boy gets juggled by them. George, because of the damage he did, he's just deployed 3 more mines in the middle of the map. But Alan is hitting pretty hard, and there's a scrappy turret in the middle there, which Cutenoob unfortunately triggers another mine that does damage to her turret, but still, they're healthy enough to keep playing. The problem is that, you know, Cutenoob is in a dangerous spot. She has most of the gems on that red team so far. It's 7-3.
So should she head elsewhere? it would
Ideally,
seem,
she
or-
needs to just play safely if she can, but there she gets caught, she drops them. Alan doesn't want to pick them up either, because Alan is the blunt object. He's the one that is being thrown at blue team constantly. And as a result, nobody really knows who should be carrying the gems and who should be going aggressive with them. Hitch is chilling, 6 gems, so he'll just hold those for the time being. And yeah, Cutenoob is running into one of the challenges going up against Bo. His super lets him deploy those mines that are invisible.
Right.
If you don't know where they were put, you are at risk of tripping them. The trick is to walk up and walk straight back out if they start to go off, but that's not always easy to pull off.
Tough game to have that in because you have all those gems.
Oh, yeah.
That would just topple everything.
Exactly,
Yes.
and that's happened. 13 gems who started the countdown here, and unless red team can get these gems out of Hitch's hands, the game will be over, and your blue side take the first round of double swoosh.
There you go.
Feeling
Blake's
pretty
still
good.
raving. I think he's feeling good.
Again, I mean, it's almost like taunting his foes.
I
It's like, hey,
know.
you thought this would hinder me? Well, go what? I've made it a whole part of my persona at this point. I wouldn't have thought that, you know, flashing light-up glasses would be a replacement for a personality, but Blake,
But here you are.
So Surfing Boy's on the Shelly, classic Brawl Stars, like, you know, mascot, you could say. She struggles on this map. Because
Okay,
it is-
I was going to ask.
It
how
is
that-
wider, it is more open. Basically, Surfing Boy has to be at point blank to be most effective. And there is so much here for the blue team that can really punish Shelly for trying to do that here. Look at the damage Cutenoob just took. Surfing Boy's very low. And yeah, Eva drops the gems. George can just go and pick those up while Alan is busy in his own spawn. And now, we're up to 6 gems. By the way, Bo is a great choice for a mid. He can control space with those invisible mines he throws down, and he has really long range with his explosive arrows. It's going to be such a nuisance here, and I would call this, if I'm casting a professional game, I would say this is a comp difference. So one team has come out of the pick and ban with a way better strategy that on paper is just set for success, barring anything going horribly wrong in terms of, you know, the individual gameplay. But I'm not worried about that from our Team Summertime content creators. Oh, I like that from Alan. Very aggressive hitch again. Nice rocket lace use, but he actually gets caught. Alan, all those gems are dropped. Blake and George are not in a position to pick them up, and Surfing Boy can at least get 1 or 2 to his name. He's just trying to prevent this, coming out of spawn with some invulnerability, but they're walking away with 7 gems, Team Red. They've absolutely pulled off the heist of a century. Alan's trying to get back. Surfing Boy needs to be careful. He's holding 5 gems right now, but all of a sudden, we have a much more even game. In fact, our red team have the lead. It can all go wrong in a moment, Paige.
That's so true.
That's what happens Once Shelly gets close enough, once Alan's in a decent spot, is this Rico to put big damage down, then things can be dicey. But despite this lead, Red Team haven't been able to get that last gem to start the countdown yet. The gems go loose. Alan picks so many of them up, but look at the damage from Blake. He mows them down. Alan, though, has a super. He starts the countdown, but George is the last standing, and nobody on the blue side, or the red side, can catch him with their shots. So he now is going to run for the heals. The only game plan here for George is get the heck out of dodge. And he's chilling. He's in the bush. The turret won't target him, and he's safe. 17 gems and an overwhelming victory for our blue team. They've dominated gem grab.
There you go. They really have. I mean, so interesting. Such a quick change of hands. I mean, everything changes so quickly in that game. I can see why it is one of your favorites.
We're running it back again? Okay, I'm so here for this. So I think they'd already run 1-2-0, I think, but we're going to run a third round anyway. Can our red team figure out a way with this composition that they're forced to continue with? Find a way to get the edge. It's really about controlling that right side push because, again, Hitch was waiting. He was waiting, licking his lips for an opportunity to strike down one of those other brawlers. And Alan, as amazing as he's been, and he's been so good, by the way, doesn't have the health to fight them right now. He's so clean with it. Oh, the super as well. That is incredible. Okay, George comes back off spawn. Alan goes low and up and just runs into the bushes to regenerate his health after a short period of inactivity. He does go down, but he trades his brawler elimination for another, so this still puts Team Red in a good position. Surfing Boy, though, is the closest range brawler and is carrying all the gems. This is normally to be avoided, but if Alan and Cute Noob can put enough damage down and allow for Surfing Boy to sneak up to the mine, grab a gem, get back, then hey, you'll be fine. Oh my God, Alan is filthy with it. My boy is cracked. Hitch is in deep trouble here. Yep, even with the rocket rain, Surfing Boy is going to pick up the last 4 gems and start the countdown. Now it's a 5-alarm fire for our blue side. And they got 10 seconds. They've got to make something happen. They get rid of Alan first. He's been the ace so far for this team. I love what we're seeing from Cute Noob. She's coming up, trying to body block the damage. The gems still held. Surfing Boy has gotten away with absolute murder. And the heist of the century gets pulled off. 10 gems. And that's one important round back for our red side. Oh, it's best of 5, pardon me. So we still have first to 3 in order to win our gem grab. It's 2-1, favoring our blue side.
Here we go. Ooh.
The same setups. I didn't expect things to go that way, and a lot of it was because Alan got a crucial double elimination on that Rico. You can see he's already stepped into the middle of the map. Again, he does so much good damage, but he's another glass cannon brawler, someone who can't necessarily take punishment like that. He gets blown up pretty quickly, and once again, Blake is abusing the bush on the right side of the map. A gamer after my own heart. Fun fact there, like you'll see that little blue field that's on fire.
Yes.
That's the incendiary field that persists after one of Hitch's rocket gets to its maximum range. So that's really good. You can just like try and like scout for an enemy in a bush by just shooting rockets in there, and you might, if you see them, you'll reveal them. But if they walk into the incendiary field, they'll also be revealed. So it's kind of a nice way to like, oh, are they in the bush? Like, is it safe to walk up in there? And in general, you can just shoot into the bushes, and if it catches onto an enemy, it'll reveal
for the
them.
best. Yeah.
Information is key in a game like this, especially when it changes hands so quickly.
It does.
Just like these gems.
Oh.
George goes up. See the turret, little ducky turret with 200 points of health has been holding it down for our red team. I love that. However, that will eventually be destroyed, and it will take another super built up by Cute Noob in order to redeploy that turret. So she's got to go do damage. So far, she's been taking it. There it is. Turret gets thrown down, and some of those shots are deployed. The turret shots also, they hit really hard, and you can bounce your shots off the turret as well as Jesse. So if you can't quite reach an enemy, shoot your own turret, and the shots can bounce off onto them. You can also heal it if you have the right star power.
Beautiful.
All right, George is going to get blown up. He's very low. See the bow? There were 7 gems on your screen here. He was very close to getting taken down. But this will start the countdown page. 16 gems to 0. Our red team has got to get busy, and they've got to get busy quick.
I mean, again, our numbers were so close there for a second, and it all just happened in a moment.
He's hiding in the bushes. They're desperately trying to find George. They're looking for him, but he's holding 9 gems, and he survives. Oh, that's beautiful. A great mix of offense and defense from our blue side. A win like that might have put them into the lead in terms of our score counts here.
That was quite the game. I mean, some things happened that I did not expect. Okay, let's recap what we just witnessed. Please take it away.
So it was best 3 out of 5.
Yes.
So that means we got a number of different rounds here, but a couple of things that I pointed out. It's like, Shelly is a really strong brawler in certain game types. In this one, not so much.
Not so much.
Double Swish is a really wide open map, so if you want to move up and get the gems, it's fine. How you really should use her and her close range shotgun is stick her in the bush. And because that obviously allows her to close the gap without being visible. On the left side, you have the favorable side of the map, so you sneak her up there, and then you need to find a way to take control of the right.
There you have it.
Basically, sometimes you can just fire shots in there and try and reveal some of your opponents. And then once you see them, you know, okay, are they low enough for me to challenge them? That's how you set up for someone, you know, if Shelly's going to be a gem carrier and she has to go in. We didn't really see a dedicated gem carrier from our red team, though, and that hurt them. Because Paige George knew what his job was. He was the one holding the bag.
He did. Go George.
I do respect George. Love to see that. So we're going to leave you with some of those moments. We're coming back with another round of showdown here. That's right. We're going to see what our gamers have learned since our last individual battle royale mode. And of course, we're going to chat more about the fantastic Galaxy S25 Ultra.
Can't wait. 90.
Spend the day with us without our babies. We're in San Francisco. We miss them so much, but also trying to enjoy time together. Anyways, didn't know what to wear, so I asked Galaxy AI.
What should we wear today?
I'd recommend dressing warm.
Tell me the weather and text it to my husband.
So we're all ready. Here's outfit of the day. Now we need some coffee.
Take us to the nearest coffee shop.
It's a short walk in the city, but y'all, look at these pastries. They look so good. It's perfect for a picnic.
What's a chill spot we can have a picnic with a nice view?
Galaxy AI recommended us some really cool spots. We ended up going to the Golden Gate Bridge. I was shook. Look at this view, y'all. So crazy. We had a little picnic out here. The food was so good. And then we watched the sunset together. It was so nice. I really wish our babies were here with us, but we have to come back with them. Anyways, I waited until Aunt got distracted and...
How can I prank my husband out here?
Wait, what did you ask?
So this was a fail.
Here are a few fun
Wake up, rested. Wow, the day just clicks.
You guys, I cannot get enough of Galaxy S25 Ultra. I mean, it is beautiful, is it not? This is the very first gaming tournament ever done on these devices.
Hopefully not the last. It's
Yeah,
been great.
truly. And we are witnessing history right now. How does this feel?
Feels pretty good. Now I can
There
put
you
that
go.
on my Liquipedia page.
Absolutely.
Commentating the first Brawl Stars event on the Galaxy S25. I'm stoked.
I mean, and these aren't even available in stores yet. I think it's clear gaming is now on another level, and here is why. We have the Snapdragon 8 Elite mobile platform for Galaxy. This is our most powerful processor ever. As I like to say, these are beautiful on the outside as well as on the inside with that awesome, awesome processor. This is built for long gaming marathons, again, which is how we're able to make history, literally right now. And we have a 40% larger vapor chamber and new thermal interface material called TIM. And this gives you a smoother, cooler experience while gaming. This is exactly what we want for that. Of course, the battery, as we have mentioned, will last up to 31 hours of watching videos. So you have long gaming sessions and you can go check out our gamers and their YouTube channels, stock up on content and really learn how to play those games. Give yourself the extra edge.
I mean, there's so much content on Brawl Stars out there
Truly.
on YouTube. If you want to learn some tips and tricks, learn from these guys. That's where to go to know what good brawlers are to play instead of having to harass me about.
Absolutely, and this phone will support you as you are doing it. This is also Galaxy's toughest glass ever. Corning Gorilla Armor 2 display glass. That means if you are an intense player or just a hectic player like me, for whatever reason, I feel like if I'm like losing, I just need to tap furiously or I just get really chaotic, it's okay. because the phone can.
I mean, I also like I'm always holding my mobile phone.
Yes.
You know, it's like my link to the wall, and I talk with my hands as well. So there's like the risk of
We both-
droppage and stuff. Yeah. So
never
if there's
know.
any risk of, if there's any chance that there won't be damage after dropping it as badly, then that was a huge boon for me. I don't know about you, but
Exactly.
So
If you are
European blood,
an enthusiastic person, whenever you speak, if you're passionate about gaming or whatever you're talking about, this is the one for you, because I've been known to
Yep.
accidentally fling.
If there's something in my vicinity, it's getting knocked off the table at some point.
Exactly. Thank goodness we have a device that can now just support us. You know what I mean? And so if you guys are thinking you might need an upgrade, you would be right. Here's the deal. If you trade in an eligible device, you could get up to $900 off your new Galaxy S25 Ultra. Just follow the links below or go to Samsung.com to see what your device is worth. That one that you flung and cracked might be eligible. You know what I mean? But if you don't trade in a device, you are still golden. You could get an e-certificate of up to $300 to spend on add-ons at checkout. And if you're watching on Samsung.com, hello. Sign into the chat and keep an eye on your inbox over the next week. You might get a little something from us as a thank you for watching the show. We appreciate you guys. I also appreciate our players, okay? So now let's hear from another one of our gamers. Please welcome Alan Avi. I'm excited to hear what he has to say after this.
Is that my
game.
young savage? Holy, what's good?
Hey.
Hey,
How you
welcome,
feeling
welcome.
after that last one?
Man, I'm feeling not so good because I
Okay.
feel like I let my team down. The rules were a little different in my head.
Uh-huh.
I thought we had to get 10 first.
Oh,
so it kept
gotcha.
coming back. Yeah, so I feel like I let my team down, but I'm gonna try to make up for it.
We saw some moments, man. Like you got a double kill with your super at one point. We were getting pretty hype in there. I know it was getting loud there. So don't be too hard on yourself, man. Rico's a hard brawler to get right. You looked really good out there.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I love Rico.
Yes,
I do.
And you are also, you're typically a PC player. Am I wrong there?
No, I'm a console.
Oh, you're a console. Okay, there you go. Well, how does it feel playing on this? I know it might feel new, but does it feel good with S25 Ultra?
Amazing. It feels good. I like the graphics a lot.
Perfect.
It's very bright, and I feel like the refresh rate is like just really good. It's a fun time. Like I could see myself using that and playing all day.
Awesome. Good to know. Just portable. You
Yeah.
can just keep it going.
Anywhere, yeah.
Perfect. I mean, how do you feel? Do you feel confident going into our next round now? What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like the boys, the other team, they're getting kind of hot right
they're waking
now.
up,
So
they're
you
waking
know,
up.
we gotta cut that momentum because we started strong. So we gotta win the next game so we can kind of like lower their confidence right now. So
I
it's
vibe
about
with
to
that.
get
We're getting to the
intense.
business end of things as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe you need some of those neon glasses.
I know. Ever since he put them on, he was
We've
different.
got glasses for everyone. I don't know if they're quite the same.
We'll
but, yeah.
see. We'll see how it goes. Well, thank you so much for coming in and
Thank you,
chatting
man.
with us. We wish you the
Appreciate
best
it.
of luck.
Thank you guys.
Good
Appreciate
luck.
it. Thank you.
Thank you.
He's too humble. I really don't think that Alan let his team down at all. He looked
I
fantastic.
thought he
out
did
there.
great. Yeah.
Oh, we stand a humble king.
He's grounded. Absolutely. We love it. Okay, and it is now time for our second showdown. Remember, this is Battle Royale style, and our players are flying solo. The goal, be the last one standing. So what are some things that our gamers should remember during this, especially the second time? Do you think they learned anything?
I would hope so.
No.
Seeing some of the gameplay, not so sure that the neurons were firing, but the most important thing, folks, is to get yourself some power cubes. It's going to allow you to even the odds against opponents that maybe are just better at fighting within close range and you're taking them on. Maybe you're playing a more long-range brawler that doesn't thrive there, but having some power cubes might give you the buffer, the extra health, the extra damage to still win out like a duel if it comes to that. And of course, again, you snowball out of control then. You take down someone with power cubes, you add them to your own total. You really want to hoard those.
Yes.
And then as the gas comes in, set yourself up in a good position, a safe position, so you can be, well, it's very hard to assail you and you can see people coming. Don't let people sneak up on you behind bushes or from bushes. Vision is everything. And that's why our consequences are particularly exciting here because we actually, we got on the phone to the people. We said, listen, we think you actually send us some performance enhancing glasses. We need
Yes.
something a bit different. What do we have?
We got this looking like a funky bug.
No.
I'm digging
Okay.
it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there's like 3 of you in
Okay.
front of me. So this is gonna make things a little more complicated. I think
can't even
this
look at
might
you
actually be.
right now.
You like that?
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep these on. I mean, I can't see squat, but okay, let's go. Let's see some hustle.
Okay. Yes, I didn't know how anyone's going to be able to function. I looked through them before. They look ridiculous. All right, it's your young king, young savage, Alan. He's got himself a couple of power cubes. That's a good start. This is a very interesting map where it's concentric in terms of like where the cover is, the bushes. Cute Noob and Hitch looked like they were joined at the hip there, but they were actually locked in a deadly duel. Cute Noob was able to win it out though, and George is back on his bow. I think he's found a favorite brawler. Oh, okay, nicely done. So George, yeah, unlucky there. He ends up getting what we call third-partied, where Alan comes in from the top while they're already fighting, so a third party is intervening, your gentleman's duel, so to speak. But he was using his auto-aim function. So in Brawl Stars, you can aim much like Cute Noob is. You see she's dragging the red reticle down, she's dragging across, that's great. You can also just tap it, and it will automatically fire at the nearest target.
Well, you just helped my game.
That's right. The problem is that the game considers those boxes also viable targets, so it might end up auto-aiming at those. But when George was attacking the box, someone came out of the bushes and he quickly tapped and was able to target them instantly. So he could have actually won that duel were there not a third party involved. We're in a 1 versus 1 though. Surfing boys, up to his old tricks. I see you out there. And Alan also will be waiting in the bushes here. They're also sat adjacent to one another, I think. So no screen cheating, boys. I have my eyes on you. And here comes the gas. So this will take some time. Boys, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, Cute Noob is also, trying to keep it quiet here. And you know what the best part about this page? Blue team are forced to watch all of this.
I know.
Knowing that they won't get either first or second place.
There you
they
go.
are stewing in their own muck, so to speak. All right, Alan wants to throw down. I like this. Surfer Boy has a massive advantage, though, and if he gets the first shot, missed! Alan, good damage. Okay, Surfer Boy's now forced out of the town square to have his ideas challenged. He'll jump into the bushes and Alan gets the circle around on the top side. He does actually have the silver bullet gadget available, which is, the super, never mind. He missed it. He choked. Colt's Bullet Storm is so powerful, Paige, but when you send it in a certain direction, you cannot redirect it. It goes in a straight line. So if you don't aim it properly, you need to move your brawler laterally in order to try and catch the other brawler in the line of fire. If you don't do that, then you're not going to do anything with that ability.
Yes. Would you say we saw? I mean, it helped him to be sneaky last round.
Yes.
Is it almost better to park it sometimes?
Honestly, I think like in all Battle Royale games, there's like merit to that strategy.
Of course.
Because information is really important. And also, so is hiding information, right? The more information your opponent has, the easier it is for them to make the correct decision about how to meet you. I'm really Sun Tzuing out of warring this, but in Brawl, you ideally want to play from the bushes.
Yes.
If you have the right brawler for it. Alan has plot armor. That is unreal. I cannot believe he survived that encounter with the El Primo of Blake, who is forced to head for the hills, coming off second best, but has some crates here that he can, farm for those power cubes, and he'll still get stronger. Oh, George! Oh, and Hitch is mad because, of course, it's his teammate that took him down. He's like, bro, why? Perhaps, careful, Cute Noob, that's a bush. The gas won't kill you instantly. It does a percentage of your health each second, so it becomes relevant later in the game, but it also means that just because you have more maximum health than your opponent, it doesn't mean that you'll survive longer than they will. Well, that's what El Primo does. Cute Noob got pulverized there. She was not ready, and that's the risk of playing in the bushes because you might be hidden from view, but so are your opponents. Until they're like 1 to 2 tiles away from you, you can't see them. So
We
you
had
don't
a
have
surprise
time.
earlier we saw, so yeah.
Well, yeah, you just don't have time to react. Here we are, once again, folks. A lovely Sunday afternoon of camping in the bushes. The suplex from Blake was so good, but he threw George, so far away that he couldn't hit him. Fortunately, George ended up going down to some burn damage by the looks of things, and now Alan and Blake are locked in a duel. Alan forgot to go get the power cubes up there. See those 2 green things?
They're just waiting to be had.
It would be very handy right now. Blake sees him, and now he knows that Alan has to play for it. Bullet Storm does a lot of damage, but once again, the suplex reigns supreme, and Blake comes out on top. He is the embodiment of El Primo in this moment. I love El Primo so much. He's one of the first brawlers that were brought into the game. Yeah, the first one that I even tried when I started playing Brawl Stars. And hey, he's still really good, but he's 6 or so years on.
Would you say that's a solid brawler for all of the game modes and all of the maps?
Yeah, I think that the more bushes, the better, because obviously El Primo only has his arm's reach. Like he's not a long-range brawler, excuse me. So being able to close the gap on your opponents without being detected is really important. So whereas someone like Jessie doesn't want that because, you know, she wants time to see her opponents coming so she can abuse her range advantage against them. So
Exactly.
El Primo's great for playing like this, like in these outer rings. Alan has got some bravery about him, that's for sure. Oh, they spotted each other and yeah, El Primo will ruin you. Blake, you know, he talked to us. He said, hey, they've been banning my head bit, but I've got an El Primo up my sleeve and boy, howdy does he ever. Something happened to Cuteney if I could actually hear her through the wall, folks.
Exactly. It is intense in there.
All right. She's still alive. She's good. I think she must have been remarking on what happened to her teammate. So Jessie's so powerful because she can, you know, use that turret as a teammate virtually, but she needs to do damage to do it. And what we're seeing here is when our players are encountering one another, they're not sort of skirmishing, doing some damage and backing away. They're fully committing, which is fine. But, you know, against an El Primo, for example, you won't survive that encounter.
Right.
So what you really want to try and do is if you see Primo, shoot at him, but give him some respect. Back up a little bit. But now the gas is going to start covering that safe bush zone. So Blake is going to be forced out into the sun to shrivel up like a vampire. Good shots from Hitch there. Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah, Q-Nip stood still for that one. I have no sympathy for you there. She is very low. The gas is that way, Hitch is the other. Talk about caught between rock and a hard place. And now it's a team summertime showdown. Blake's headed for the hills here, but 6 power cubes is plenty to work with. And Hitch's rocket rain doesn't quite connect with Blake enough to lay him low. Rocket laces used to try and close the gap. Blake is just out of range, but he's got a super. He'll go over the top and bam! The elbow drop secures the win. Another Team Summertime win. And Blake is a #1, I think, 2 out of 3 games here. That's incredible.
Doing very well. Talk about a showdown. That was wild. Seems like Primo was the one for that particular mode.
Pick El Primo. Yeah, if I had to like recap the game, I would say like, he's a great brawler on that map because, again, it is less of like a sort of open map. But you notice that once the gas started to encroach, that zone that El Primo could just run around in and be a nuisance dried up.
Definitely
he was forced out to play in the open, but again, he was able to build his super in that final final engagement. So all of a sudden, his weakness of not being able to close the gap was remediated by a big gap closing jump. And here's your individual leaderboard. So Blake at 45 here, well deserved. He played really, really well. But Alan, right by him, 42 points there. Despite, I think, you know, our blue team winning 2 out of 3 of those rounds, it's a great result. And
I think maybe he was being a little hard on himself.
Yeah, he actually is, though, you know what I mean? But that one round that our red team won, they were first, second, and third, respectively. That's huge for the points. Remember, you get 6, 5, and 4 points for a placing like that, which is 15 to add to your total.
Absolutely.
That matters.
Very important. I mean, there were so many good moments there. That was quite the game. I mean, Blake did very well, like we said. That was great. And so let's go ahead and actually watch some of those moments again. I can't wait.
Come with us on a date night in San Francisco. Y'all, this city is so nice. We had to take a selfie first and of course, Ant closed his eyes, but thankfully my new Galaxy S25 Ultra finds his best face, literally fixes the photo with one button. Isn't this crazy? Anyways, we stopped for some dessert. As parents of 2, these times together are so important. I was trying to be cute or whatever until this happened.
Okay, that was scary.
We were not expecting that. Anyways, there's so many cute little shops here. We did some shopping. Look how cute, y'all. And then
What?
this was a special moment, but there was too much background noise. So I used this really cool feature on my phone, Audio Eraser with Galaxy AI. It minimizes unwanted noise, y'all.
#1, yeah.
Oh, babe.
#1, yeah.
Oh, babe.
This is a lifesaver. Anyways, we had some bomb dinner afterwards. It was so good, y'all. We had so much fun. It was a night to remember for sure.
get poison, I'm immune to it. I am incredible.
Move my next schedule to tomorrow noon and send it to Jin.
If you have questions about the incredible device our gamers are using today, I've got answers, and 2 of these bad boys. And yes, it is available for pre-order. It is Galaxy S25 Ultra, the latest in the Galaxy lineup, freshly announced just a few weeks ago. And here is what makes it special. Snapdragon 8 Elite mobile platform for Galaxy has the most powerful processor ever. So again, not only is it beautiful on the outside, but also on the inside. Battery will last up to 31 hours of watching videos. Again, we have a lot of gamers in there with a lot of content, so you are allowed to load up as well as play. We also have updates to the Galaxy AI experience, and this comes with up to 1 terabyte of storage. This is perfect for storing all your games. I mean, these games are getting more complex. I feel like they're taking up more storage. So if you want to keep up with mobile gaming, this is a good one to have.
Genuinely, a lot of games on mobile now they're ambitious enough to try and match what we see on other platforms. So we're talking like 60 gigs in some of these games. Like that is considerable. So you need market-leading storage space to continue to cater for gamers who are continuing to pursue the height of the gaming experience on mobile.
Absolutely. And I think as you've mentioned before too, if you are a gamer, you probably have a lot of content you need to store as well.
Yes. I mean, Hitch, for example, a great example. The guy goes behind the scenes for a lot of esports events and is like taking content and taking videos and stuff like that. So, and a lot of our gamers are bragging. You have a great moment in Brawl Stars. You want to clip it. You want to put it on Twitter, on Insta, show everyone here. So, I think it's a no-brainer that like having that storage space to go along with the device that seeks to be at the cutting edge of gaming performance just makes sense.
Absolutely. I mean, all that storage and still such a skinny gal. Yeah. That is incredible.
That is svelte.
Yeah, absolutely. And luckily for you guys, this device is still available for pre-order, which means you can take advantage of some amazing pre-order offers. If you trade in an eligible device, you could get up to $900 off your new Galaxy S25 Ultra. Just follow the links below or go to Samsung.com to see what you could get. And even without a trade-in, you can still get an e-certificate of up to $300 to spend on add-ons at checkout. And if you're watching on Samsung.com, hey friends, sign into the chat and keep an eye on your inbox over the next week because you might get a little something from us. And you guys, I love having y'all here as friends, but I need more friends in here. So I think it's time to get another player in here to chat.
Yeah? Pork chop?
All
Bowl of
right.
goldfish?
Here we go.
Am I a joke to you? It's crazy.
My chopped liver.
Hey,
That's all right. Hey, we got
How's it
George.
going, guys?
What's
Hey, welcome
up,
back.
man?
Hello.
How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good.
You guys are doing well.
Oh, yeah. We started off slow, but we figured out the strat.
Yeah, you're frying now. What is the strat?
Yeah, well, I changed to bow. I think bow is much better. Long range damage is what I needed, honestly. So
Something I was like, because you were playing more of the tanky brawlers previously, right?
Exactly.
But something I was saying while you were doing is that you picked the perfect gem carrier on gem grab because Bo has that, like, he's really safe place behind his mines and has that long range damage.
Exactly.
So,
and I have the mines for the they're trying to get the gems.
They're trying to walk up on you? Yeah, dude.
Throw the mines.
The zone
perfect.
control is filthy, man. You figured that out. It's nice.
Yeah, I was practicing a little bit.
Jeez, let's go.
No, it was awesome to watch because you were doing your job well and you picked the right thing for it.
Yeah.
And so, especially with that. And of course, I've got to ask, you're looking good.
Yeah.
Alyssa's looking good. How does it feel?
It's good. The quick response is what you need for this game, honestly. Like, this game is so fast sometimes, you need that quick response, and I'm enjoying it.
It's serving you well.
How do you feel it handles, like, the really vibrant and, like, you know, like, full-on effects in the game as well? Because there's like lightning bolts and explosions.
There's
like,
so much going on in it. It's amazing for it. You can definitely feel it, so I'm enjoying it, yeah.
Awesome. Good to hear. And okay, it is time to send you back into the game. Keep doing well.
Awesome,
yeah, I hope for your sake you don't have to wear the glasses, bro. I see them. That ain't it, bro.
That's not for me.
All right, thank you for coming to chat. again, has done such a great job. Glad to hear that the S25 Ultra is helping him out in that as well. We'll see how he does in the next game, which is called Bounty. In this match, you must defeat enemies to collect stars. Your bounty increases by 1 star for each enemy defeated, and the first team to 20 stars wins. If there is a tie, hold that blue star to win. And remember, the players with the lowest 3 scores from our last showdown game have to wear those beautiful goggles this round.
And those are legitimately a hindrance. Like that cannot be considered a fashion decision. I think this is going to.
I feel like you gotta count, you know, and that's gonna.
Do we have the players wearing them? I need to see. Oh, that is a brutal stuff. So I guess like Alan, because he was top of the leaderboard, didn't have to wear it, but 2/3 of our red team have to wear them. It's your boy Hitch.
Oh,
because he's got glasses on as well. How does he even? Oh, that is crazy.
That is truly a hindrance this round.
You know what? Benefit of the doubt. Let's see how they go with those glasses. If you can see, just not well. Let's see how it affects them.
We'll see. I mean, our last consequence was not so much a consequence, so we'll see how it goes.
So it was a consequence of bad fashion philosophy, but
they will not feel as chill as they were.
Blake's still wearing those as well. Can't get them off his face. They're basically melded to his face now.
All right, we've got goggles on. We have got those neon glasses on. Let's game.
Yeah, we'll jump in just a sec. I think what's important to remember in this game type is when you gain a bunch of stars by downing opponents, like gem grab, you also give those stars over when you get eliminated.
Yes.
So the better you do, the more you are worth to your opponent.
So you're going to paint a big old target on
the
your
bounty, right?
Yes.
You become more wanted if you're having more impact.
Looking good.
Yeah, that's straight flames. I
was seeing like 3 of you whenever I put those up to my face. I wonder if they're going to have trouble like counting the stars they need.
That is honestly, look, my advice to them would be to shoot the other brawler. just hit them. So we're in a bands here. I think at this point, our players are pretty innately familiar with the playstyle of one another. This almost reminds me of what we call scrims, which is where pro teams for practice, they schedule like a block of 2 hours and they just play against each other a number of games. So when eventually it comes around to like the league games or the professional games they need to play, they kind of already know each other already and know what to expect. We have kind of created a bit of what I call a meta game where there's like a certain agreement about what the best brawlers are and the way to play them. And that happens a lot in professional play as well. So right now, it's really a collection of like your El Primos, your Colts, your Shellys. There is that beautiful S25 Ultra in the hands of Surfing Boy. He's ready to lay it down, even though he's wearing those ridiculous glasses. Hitch has actually picked Pam for Bounty, which is really interesting because these maps are big. You are going to see a very chaotic game because we've got El Primo and Pam, these close-range brawlers. They're going to have to try and close the gap on each other. And again, Surfing Boy's on that Shelly, another close-range brawler. All right, Hitch. No, yeah, he's good. It looks like he's moving around the map just fine. Oh, God. All right, so you see, Surfing Boy's issue is that the edge of his range, he doesn't do much damage because the shotgun pellets, they disperse so much. So if I was him, I'd be looking to try and get into that bush just above him there and then sort of leap out from that at, different intervals to try and take people by surprise. But that's exactly what the blue team have done instead. Oh, they just sat in the bush and emerge right when they need to, and now they're at 5 stars already. They've got the blue star, which is the tiebreaker.
Right.
Only matters if the game ends and both teams have the same number of stars. But now, Team Red have to be the aggressors, or at least you think that. That's not really how this game is playing out, though, as Blakey's just put them into the blender as El Primo, and they have a 7-star lead.
Would you say it's better to get that blue star off the top just so you have that edge?
So at the pro level, teams don't throw themselves at each other so much as this. They usually try and secure the blue star first, and then whoever holds the blue star is the defender because they don't actually have to do anything to win the game at that point. Right? They have the tiebreaker already achieved. Here, it's just about some good old fun, throwing yourself at your opponents, and red team struggling here big time. Blake is an absolute nuisance. He is a force of nature. He's holding the maximum number of stars, which is 7 right now, which means he's going to give over 7. But somehow, I don't think anybody is going to get the better of El Primo right now. They are 3 stars away from a round win.
So El Primo is a good pick for this mode as well, would you say?
No, actually, not at all. But you know what? I think the beauty of Brawl Stars is it less about who you choose to play, what brawler you play, but more about how you play them. And I will say that the Pam really helps the El Primo get close because she's healing pretty consistently. That allows, Blake to get up in the face. Blake's using the bushes really well as well. Huge lead, 21. So we've gotten over that threshold of 20, and that is going to be the first of this best 3 out of 5 won by our blue team.
Do you think the goggles are a hindrance? Do you
Dude,
think that's
I
maybe
don't
what's
think.
doing it?
What is going on? Did I not put them on properly? I don't know. Although I think you're much more hard pressed to pass this off as a strict fashion upgrade. I don't think anybody's going to. I mean, nobody's going to believe you. The rave glasses, okay, in a certain era, in a certain mindset, that's fine. Here,
Something else.
Yes. However, you see what Pam does is that when she does damage, that little green pop around her means you're actually turning some of that damage she does into healing for anybody in her proximity. So George is hanging out by the Pam. Blake, though, lone wolf. This guy is on a mission. But he respects at least the red team enough to turn tail when they all start looking at him menacingly. But he's just sat in the bush. It's so good. Alan now is under under a lot of pressure, rather. We have the push up here from Blake. There's the suplex as well, throwing Cute Noob away. She was able to take Blake down, though. But this is still a healthy 6-star lead, and George is able to walk away with 4 stars. That is very, very favorable now for our blue team. We have a turret, though, and that is not just any turret. That is Jesse's hypercharge empowering the turret to have much more damage, much more health, and again, like basically function like an extra player. But the healing turret comes down here from Hitch, and that gets him up to 12 stars now, make it 14 because George sees Surfing Boy off to the periphery and is able to take him down very quickly. And now you're starting to run out of options. You need to get these stars as the red team, but doing so puts you in harm's reach and means you can give over your stars even further. Good hypercharge usage from the red side, but it's not remotely enough. And there it is, second round won by Team Blue, and they are big chilling. Keep them on, Hitch. I'm watching you, mate. I'm watching you, buddy. Okay.
Here we go.
A win here means that our blue team are going to take the series. And honestly, I haven't seen the overall totals, but I think that it'll be pretty hard to take on their point total if they take a 3-0 win here. And again, it's a comp gap, like I talked about, a comp difference. Even though this El Primo strictly is not exactly built to excel in environments such as these, Blake's just built a little different. He's just constructed alternately.
So if red team wins this, do you think they have a fighting chance to come back ultimately?
I feel like it would be more of a flash in the pan if they won this round. I think to consistently win with this composition, it's not even a comp, it's just like the way that Team Blue is playing. I think Blake has transcended the mortal plane of gamerhood now and is just laying the smackdown on anybody who comes close enough. He has a super available. Again, the more aggressive you play, the more damage you do, the more supers that you generate, the more that you have the ability to dive on him with that elbow drop. So Blake knows that in order to be effective, he has to throw caution to the wind and get in his opponent's face.
Right.
But this is not too shabby. We have a 2-star lead only. George here has to back up. Surfing Boy very close to having to give his stars up. But here comes Blake, goes on in. Hypercharge available now, so he's hitting harder, running faster, and shrugging off damage even easier. Nice elbow drop there from Blake, but it's getting a little bit messy still. 17-15, it's very close. George doesn't expect Scrappy to cause him so many problems, and now we have an even game. It is 17 stars apiece, and coming off respawn are Team Blue. Can they figure this out? Surfing Boy, gotta be careful. Shelly better at close range than up from that far away, and now most of the map is opened up, so long-range brawlers are reigning supreme, and there it is, Blake. Finds the last 3 stars the red team need to take this series in a clean sweep. They are the kings of bounty.
My stars, my blue stars. That was so fun to watch. What happened? Tell us.
Well, so I go into that game not expecting Team Blue to win. They're playing like a composition that doesn't usually look successful over these like wider, more open maps. But again, you have an El Primo that's pretty confident, and Blake is also dodging some of the shots that are coming in. I'd also say Team Red maybe not punishing the El Primo enough by walking up at them so confidently. But once El Primo starts to get damage, we call it cycling. He can cycle his supers, which means that he uses a super to engage, to drop on someone. He damages them to build up another super, and then he can continue to do this. And El Primo gains his super back from being hit, from taking damage, as well as giving it. That's one of the buffs or the perks that tanks have in this game. So he wants to soak that damage. Sometimes it's almost better to ignore him unless you can blow him up and eliminate him straight away. So nicely done. I think the Rico is great for Alan, but once the map opens up, you can't bounce your bullets off walls, and you lose a lot of damage as well.
Right. Yeah. As you guys can see, we have that blue team in the lead. What do you think? How is this going to end up?
That might be an unassailable lead at this point. 42, I'm not really sure. It depends how we're going to hand out points, I think. But that is very, very good. Blue team have come from behind from a terrible start that had Hitch looking saltier than the Dead Sea when he walked in here. But they've managed to recover and they're looking great now. They've got a good feel for Brawl, I think, Paige. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how they go going forward. We're going to leave you, though, with some moments from that previous game. And then up next, we're going to, again, circle back, talk a little bit about the device everyone's playing on, the fantastic Galaxy S25 Ultra, and we're jumping into Brawl Ball one more time, so stick around.
Basic introduction to the fundamentals of off-road driving.
Remind me of the keynotes from this video and save it to my Samsung notes.
Sure, saved as a note called Off-Road Driving Fundamentals.
Here we go. Woo! Okay, I can't see anything. All right, I don't know where I'm going, but now let's try this with Audio Racer with Galaxy AI. Don't know where I'm going, but okay, that one almost hit. Okay, here we go. You guys hear that? It's like night and day. This is a game changer. Let's go. Boom.
Wake up, rested. Wow, the day just clicks.
You guys, this has been riveting. And of course, all our players today are gaming on the brand new Galaxy S25 Ultra. Stunning. So let's take a closer look at this device and why exactly it is so good for gaming. Again, stunning on the outside, but also beautiful on the inside. We have Pro Scaler powered by Galaxy AI, and this really brings those details to life, okay? This has intricate reflections, super realistic shadows, vivid lighting effects, very realistic gameplay with advanced ray tracing. This makes everything so like true to life. You are truly immersed in the game. And on top of that, you have a wonderful battery life to enjoy all of these perks of the new S25 Ultra. This battery is engineered to use energy efficiently. You can watch up to 31 hours of video. You can really load up on content from our awesome gamers and creators. You can get to know all your tips and tricks and everything. And of course, that is a lot of gameplay. Are you convinced yet? I am.
Yeah.
You guys should be, okay? If you trade in an eligible device, you could get up to $900 off your new Galaxy S25 Ultra. Just follow the links below or go to Samsung.com to see what yours qualifies for. And for those not trading in, you'll get an e-certificate of up to $300 to spend on add-ons at checkout. If you're watching on Samsung.com, hello there. Sign into the chat and keep an eye on your inbox over the next week. You might even get a little gift from us, you know? And you know what? Before our last round, I think we deserve a little gift. Let's take a peek behind the curtain and pay our gamers a visit.
Oh, into the hot box we go. Okay.
You know what? I was feeling left out with
Okay,
all the
let's check it out.
awesome eyewear happening. So I am putting on these very cool
Oh,
glasses.
the LED vibes are
you go.
hitting different. What's going on? We good?
It feels intense. It smells intense.
Yeah, they
I
gave
am
you a SIM
happy
card
to
with
be
yours?
here.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. He's already got a phone plan and everything?
There you go.
Unreal.
Oh, there he goes. Just enjoying it so much.
Right, business is good, right? Yes, everything's great. You guys, I don't know if you noticed, you're ahead by like 40 points right now going to the last round. Yeah.
How you guys feeling? You guys doing okay?
Oh, are we good now? We're good?
Not bad anymore. Also, Blake, I felt left out, so
Yo,
I'm gonna
those
have
glasses.
these on. I feel like they helped you.
Okay, were they actually bad?
They're horrible. I could see it was my teammate. I didn't even know I was dead for like. I was still trying to. Damn me.
Dude, I know. But they came last in the showdown, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man.
So you would say, arguably, one can say that y'all's consequence was a little bit worse than this that turned out not to be a consequence
Oh, yeah.
at all.
He looks extremely consequenced right now.
Yeah. Straight chilling. Also, by the way, can I just like take a look at these phones? How are they feeling, guys?
Wonderful.
There you go. Blake looks great, so does his phone. Y'all are looking good. Hey, you never know. Maybe a phone one.
As a cucumber.
There you go. Again, keeping it cool when the game gets hot. Absolutely. I am glad you guys are enjoying it, but we will leave y'all to it. I'll miss you.
Lock in.
Good luck, everybody.
In. All right.
Get locked in.
There's 40 points in this game, so.
I believe in you guys. All right.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck, guys. Bye.
Oh, it's so much cooler in there than
I know,
in
it
here.
really
My goodness.
is.
All right, so everyone's vibing. I love to see that. I think the morale is high. It's been a pretty intense gaming session. This is like, for gaming hard and obviously like competitively and trying to win. Like a lot of our pro players and Brawl Stars like to take their breaks in between each block. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're starting to feel fatigued. We've got one more game time
We've got this last one, our final one. And our final game today is Brawl Ball Full Circle Moment. This is a game where you take the ball to the opposing team's goal to score. The match ends when one team scores 2 goals or time is up. This is our last bit of it. This is the second time we're playing this game. What do you think?
Yeah, so most of the terrain on these maps is destructible.
Right.
When overtime comes along, which means that the round has fully elapsed, I think it's like 90 seconds or so, and nobody's scored, or they're tied, all of the terrain gets destroyed, and you're playing on a fully open map. So there are actually some strategies that center around like picking a composition that's really good for that phase of the game, that overtime, or they try and, do a Chelsea FC and park the bus, for 2 minutes and then be really strong in that phase of the game. But breaking terrain and picking brawls with really good mobility is crucial. So you can respond to what's happening because people are shooting the ball. You got to make sure you can defend, but also switch into an offensive gearing and score when you have that player or zone advantage.
Absolutely. If all the terrain blows up, would you say it's worth it to try and destruct it yourself beforehand?
It's better to destroy your opponent's terrain.
I see.
Because then they don't have much to hide behind. And when you have priority or you're pushing up the map, you can try and shoot goals from further out as opposed to having to like get around the corner and shoot. So it's suggested in some cases to blow the map up, depending on the type of map or the type of brawler comp you have.
I see. Well, I am excited to see this. Are you ready for the final round?
Beyond ready.
I am not. I could do this all night, but you know what? It is time, so let's go ahead and game.
All right, so this is a slightly different Brawl Ball map. The goal is a bit more open, I guess, but there's a lot of this grassy terrain in the middle side of the map. And I like that Blake has gone to another tanky brawler. He's gone back to the Daryl. Hits very hard off the rip. Cute Noob's still really gravitating towards the Jesse here, who's amazing in Brawl Ball, don't get me wrong, but that bush allowed Team Blue to really play from outside of their line of sight. Blake just passed the ball to Cute Noob there as he tried to score. That is going to give Red Team a bit of time, but they're not ready for this. See why you need the mobility? To be able to respond to someone passing the ball or crossing it to the other wing and shooting from there. This might not be close. I'm a little worried for our Red Team right now. All right, here's Blake diving in again, using that barrel roll. Look how he's broken the map up doing that, right? That's what I mentioned before. Now, that whole left side of the goal is open, and George slots it in. Oh, he's feeling himself. That's beautiful, and what a way to get ahead in this best of 3 game.
Absolutely. Well, I am worried for
yeah.
Red Team here.
They have the right comp for this map. They can definitely win. Shelly's amazing on Brawl Ball as well. They just need to respect. Yeah, I love this. Don't run down middle. Give them space. You're outranged by your opponent's bow especially, so play to the corners, but you do eventually need to start to try and take some of that space. Get into the bushes yourself and start to abuse them. This is dangerous. Hitch is healthy enough. Oh, fakes it out. Little Rocket Laces play. Allows his team to eliminate an extra brawler, and this is dangerous. George pushes up, tries to shoot it, but it's caught. Great defense, and now Red Team have a chance to get into the map, to use the bushes for themselves. Great super here from Alan, just nukes Hitch. The goal would have been open if the respawns hadn't come back in, and I'm sorry. But more work had to be done there, Red Team, before you could have a free open goal. Oh, yeah. And you can hear the comms as well.
I can hear them strategizing.
A lot of discussion, yeah. It's really important in times like this not to overclutter your team communications. Try and give like short calls so, you don't get this, because there's a lot going on screen.
Absolutely.
The last thing you need is people yapping, you know, at length.
Kitchen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just try and keep the comms clear, as we like to say. You notice the map is getting broken up here once more on this side. Coming to this round, the mine's getting put in defensive territory. That's pretty bad. Surfing Boy triggered the mines, and the rocket rain opens the map up. George just walks it in. It's a lazy Sunday for him out there on the soccer field. And that's it. One goal means that even if we run out of time, a minute elapses, they're still going to have that lead, and I don't think they're going to stop here. I think they're going to try and go for a clean 2-0. They realize they're going to take the turret down, but Hitch, looking dangerous, goes for a shot. Cute Noob's able to intercept it. Surfing Boy takes a super shot, which means he uses his super to shoot the ball. I think he was probably intending to use that offensively, but the ball got past to him, and it kind of messed up his flow.
You've mentioned that as a strategy as well,
Pass the
right?
ball to your
Sometimes
opponent.
it's not always great to have the ball.
You can't attack while you have it. So you need to ideally have someone holding it who is, you know, is okay not being able to attack, and you've got to back them up a little bit. So it kind of feels like a 2v3 at times. The defenders have an advantage because they've got an extra ball who can shoot. This is really good though. Hiding in the goals is Hitch. He's very low. He's taking a lot of poke damage, but Blake has come to the rescue just in time. It doesn't matter though. Surfing Boy walks it in. That is a slow roll. A great example of Red Team slowly taking map control, posturing outside of the enemy goals, and converting it into a goal. But there's 10 seconds left. The countdown's coming in, and I don't think they can stop this. Blake with the fadeaway. It doesn't quite get over the goal line. We're going to be going to overtime anyway. Alan goes low. There's the dive in with the barrel roll. George on his own, and here come Team Red marching down the field. Good damage from Hitch. The incendiary field's affecting Cute Noob now. Recalling, rotating, but Surfing Boy just walked it in. Unreal. We are now one apiece in this best of 3. Oh, that is unexpected. I thought it was over. What a comeback. Fitting to end this way, I think. One last round to decide this final Brawl Ball set. Here we go. George almost got taken down instantly there by that Jesse shot, but it stopped just short of him. No one's touched the ball yet. Really putting the Brawl and Brawl Stars, guys. I appreciate it. Now Blake, those starting to move up the map a little bit. Cute Noob. Yeah, just a little bit too close to Daryl. He, much like Shelly, really hurts up close. He does a lot of damage when he's in your face. Blake trying to break the map. He's doing a great job with that Daryl roll. George and Co able to finish the job. They've done an excellent job of just opening this map up. Look at that cross sort of construction of blocks is no longer there. So it's tough for the defenders to actually adequately, occupy this space. Big damage on Surfing Boy. Cute Noob also. Those incendiary fields left behind are scary. Blake trying to tempt them forward, and he passes the ball to Cute Noob to prevent her from actually firing her weapon. Surfing Boy's able to dodge around the incendiary fields, and that was a bit of a loose one there from Hitch. Tries to rocket rain, but he will be able to finish Surfing Boy off eventually. In goes Blake. Love the barrel roll here, but the ball, amidst all of that mess, got past to Cute Noob. She can clear it with a super shot. George is too low. He'll be brought down, and there's an opening here now for our red team. Good shot. No way. Okay. I thought Alan would shoot a goal there. Surfing Boy is able to finish the job, but we are even. The look on George's face, I don't think he had any idea that was about to happen. And now one goal will decide it. One last goal.
What a last game.
It's been ridiculous. Great work there from Hitch, though. Good damage off the rocket raid, and Blake closes the gap. Look at that push up straight into Surfing Boy, who has good damage up close, but gets overwhelmed in the end. Here comes Cute Noob and Alan out of goals, and Blake does have a Daryl roll here. There's the trick where you pass the ball ahead of yourself, you super roll into it, pick it back up and do it again.
Right.
It's a little bit advanced, but Daryl is one of the few brawlers that can sort of use his abilities whilst dribbling the ball up the map. I love the turret being left back here by Cute Noob, though. Very defensive, but that little ducky turret will fire at anyone who gets too close. And Cute Noob might need this. Blake is pretty low. Dodging those shots, though. Or, well, yes, he avoids the damage. I'll put it that way. And he is hit with another rocket rain. A lot of that catches onto the turret, but it's not enough to take it down. Huge hypercharged super there came out from the Rico of Alan. And Blake does have another roll, and he goes. Dude, that's risky business. And yep, that's exactly what Shelly's designed to do. Blake got punished for trying to roll it in, and now we are in overtime. I couldn't have written this better myself.
Absolutely.
The map gets opened up. Cute Noob just went absolutely nuclear on them. A double elimination on that Jessie, but she has to back up and respect Daryl, as Blake is going to probably just hold the ball here towards the middle of the field. 43 seconds. It's an open map now. You've got to be careful. Surfing Boy has super. Remember, that hits very hard up close, and he's trying to close the gap to get good value out of it. Instead of just knocks George away. Here he comes, Surfing Boy. Look at the score! Unreal from Surfing Boy. That is ridiculous. What a way to clutch things out. Surfing Boy, the player that I said at the start of the night was the one to watch, the native mobile gamer, is the clutch king. Hopefully for Red Team, it's enough to win the whole thing because they were behind by a sufficient amount of points.
They were. That was a perfect last round of gaming. That kept it just neck and neck and riveting. What a fantastic game to end on. We are going to tally up all the scores, and we will be right back to go over the final results and hand out the Brawl Star Battle Awards after this quick commercial break. So don't go anywhere.
Yeah, you know the world gets tough. Say the word and I'll lift you up. Give it to me, woman, no, I won't get sick. Give me all your poison, I'm immune to it.
Give it to me, baby, no, I won't get sick. Give me all your poison, I'm immune to it. I am incredible.
Incredible.
Move my next schedule to tomorrow noon and send it to Jin.
Welcome back. We have truly enjoyed an amazing tournament this evening. As you said earlier, couldn't have read it better ourselves. I mean, that last game was intense. Thank you all so much for playing, everybody that is in there. That crazy last round, what do you think?
Yeah, honestly, we got a lot more than we bargained for
Yeah,
here,
we
I think. So our last round, obviously, it was a best of 3. So we were 1-1, and we went into overtime in our last round. Both teams had 1 goal each, so it was really like a tiebreaker scenario. And
Beautiful.
again, exactly. And I was like, okay, someone's written this quite well. The map breaks open, right? And it ends up being a really messy situation where a lot of players are clustered outside of the goal of our blue team. But Surfing Boy is on Shelly, the perfect brawler to thrive in that situation because her damage is very high at point blank. And that's exactly where the fight was. So Surfing Boy takes a couple of shots. I think there was a super in there and basically wiped the entirety of the blue team, allowing him to just walk the ball in. So
there you have
really
it.
impressive. And obviously, like Surfing Boy with those mobile gaming chops, I think that's got him a lot of mileage in that game.
Absolutely. And I can hear how excited everybody is in there. So let's go ahead and bring in our gamers to give them their award.
I wonder who won. I actually have no idea.
I know, we're not sure.
What's up? Congratulations, everybody.
Well done, everybody. Fantastic.
I saw you out there. That was nice.
Yeah,
that was a nasty little finisher there. Well
Beautiful
done.
job on that last game. You kept my heart rate up. So thank you to everyone for that.
We fought tooth and nail for that last one.
Yeah.
That was to the wire.
Absolutely. All right, and we are ready to see
who won
our final scores. All right, you guys gave it your all and put on a fantastic show. But our overall team winner is
Blue Team. done.
Nicely done, everybody.
Are
We
you
have
sure I
some-
don't have the color goggles?
That might.
And you all have won these brilliant.
Yes.
That's right. These are championship rings.
I didn't know we were playing for these.
You guys love accessories after today. Therefore, we thought that might
18 billion carat platinum with
Stunning.
meteorite stones. Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
And the blue box as well. That worked out quite nicely.
It matched well with my silver S25.
There you go. Good way to put it. All right, and now let's look at the individual scores and see who takes the prize.
So it's our individual leaderboard winner. We have the last three. It's all right.
We have Hitch, Surfing Boy, Cute Noob. You guys,
All right.
you guys.
So you guys, if you're down towards the bottom, don't worry. You still get yourself some consolation. You're going to leave with a lot of hardware, I somehow feel. These are our biggest losers, busted brawler trophies. That's right. So one for you. One for you.
Thank you.
Isn't my boy Hitch over there need himself a trophy? That's what I have, right? There you go.
There you go.
I put the team on my back.
There you go.
You did. And here's
Just spin it with the hand you have the ring on. Yes. All right, and finally, yes,
that's
our
a belt,
overall
y'all.
winner tonight gets this incredible championship belt. Congratulations to.
Drum roll,
Let's see
please.
who it is.
Is it my-
There you go.
Congratulations. Now hold on to that.
Was it the glasses? That's what I gotta know.
Honestly, he could have gone more perfectly. He's playing the luchador wrestler. Love that. Love
And
that.
good job again to everybody. These are at least fun, you
That
know.
looks
Congrats
so
to our
good. What the
winners.
heck?
Thank you. Thank you to everyone who played, and thank you to everyone who tuned into the riveting stream today. It's his now. He can do what he wants with it. This was a heart-stopping, jaw-dropping display of gaming prowess and skill on the absolutely unbeatable Galaxy S25 Ultra. And if you are in New York City, be sure to check out the Galaxy Experience Space to see the incredible S25 series for yourself. These guys can attest, it's pretty great.
Best phone ever.
Absolutely. And we shared some amazing offers to take advantage of it if you want to set yourself up for success for your next mobile gaming tournament. And thank you, Mitch, for being my wonderful co-host today. I learned so much.
Guys,
That was fantastic.
Thank you for having me. It's been so much fun. So
Absolutely.
much fun sharing Brawl Stars with you.
Yes.
And all of you guys. We got something for you as well, Paige, as well.
Oh.
So you remember the Brawl Stars experience. Your own little Shelly.
Oh, this is gonna keep me company. I feel like this is gonna encourage me whenever I delve into Brawl Stars even more.
Yeah, we
after
hope
this.
you stay with us in the Brawl community.
I will now. I have a buddy. This is great. And thank you again to all of our incredible gamers for helping us showcase the Galaxy S25 Ultra and all it can do for mobile gaming. That is a wrap on Galaxy Live Brawl Star Battle. Game on. Guys, way to go.
Three, two, one.